welcome to the late night conversation, Lori Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorstep as we continue to forge ahead and as our campaign to our exit from Nigeria also continue into towards the end of month of May. It is the 29th day of the month of May 2025, and looking at my time is 2 minutes past 2 a.m. in the morning. Moki Bubuakwe Ekaro Ekabosi, the live discussion as Yorubaland continue, and as we continue our quest and our right to self-determination. We are not giving up and we are not looking back. We remain focused as we wait patiently for more updates and as we continue the campaign. Moki Bubuakwe, a very good morning. Let us adjust this camera so that my eyes can be seen properly, and hopefully everybody can see us as well. Mokiwao, be as mobilized. Let us make sure that we are not leaving anything untouched. Kuwasibashife mobilized, though, we will still need a lot of campaign to go on quietly as we push towards our exit from this contraction to British created in 1914. So that is what we're going to be discussing this morning. Mokiwalen Konse Karo Ekabosi Orikoniwati and Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Yoruba Nation, the solution to our problem. There is no other solution that we have that is troubling us. Trouble actually exist in Nigeria. The more we are existing in Nigeria, the more we are not likely to achieve our goals as people. So that is reason why we are doing what we are doing. That is the reason why we are campaigning, and that is the reason why we continue to push so that key alini freedom wa kí a lè gba independent country wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìrànmọ́ládé àwọn ọmọ Odùduwà. A lot of people are giving up. A lot of people are also worried. It is bound to happen, but one thing is we have great leaders and they're working around the clock day and night. Can assure us that the leaders of this movement are not sleeping. They are doing everything, within the little resources that they have, to make sure we move our people, our indigenous Yoruba people, out of Nigeria. It's not a tax that the politician wants, and that means there is going to be many challenges fún àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ kí Yorùbá kó dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. So those challenges are not something that we can tell you because those challenges will be kept among our leaders. So Moki Bubonle Konsi, as everybody continue to wait patiently, for Babakitoye. But one thing is, are you one of those that is already giving up? Are you one of those? Shojela Ramonti Otin give up. Abi Oti give up. Which one are you? Where do you stand? That is the the question that many of us needs to ask ourselves. I know where I stand. I want an independent country, far away from the contraction to Britain create. Is that the same thing? That fair, Abi, fair, but you want to make a decision on behalf of our leader. Kinshi leader, we have capable leader, and these leaders knows exactly what they are doing. Our followers, we cannot be leader when we already have our leaders. Who are the leaders? Professor Adebanji Akitoye, the national leader of the Yoruba Self-Determination Campaign. Under him, we have many other strong leaders. Tojo Biri, Tojo Kuri. We have the deputies, we have the body, we have groups, and we have many things that are working, against it as well. Most importantly, the Yoruba politicians. They are against that Yoruba nation becomes an independent country. But at the appropriate time, I can assure you that it will be very difficult for them, to stop what Baba Akitoye had in plan. Kí ni plan Baba Akitoye? Baba Akitoye fẹ́ kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kó dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. The plan of the politician is that they want us to remain in one Nigeria. So now we are facing two obstacles. The politicians and our kings, they are working against Ki Yoruba ko dá dúró. But before we go further into the broadcast this morning, many have been waiting for broadcast, but I can see that all medias are working around the clock. Kudos to the Yoruba World Media, kudos to all the independent media, and those that there's still a lot of consultation that I'm aware of. Mokibabawa, Dr. Chisonde Adeyemo Igboho, we are in communication constantly. Is working around the clock. There are a lot of amendments that are working behind the scene that is not for the public consumption, but I'm aware of. Moki Babawa Emola, we spoke yesterday. Moki Shola Kobodoku, we spoke. Moki Ajagu, Moki Multifaith, Moki Yonka, Moki Ifelodon, and many other groups, Ilano Modoa. But the question in the lips of many Yoruba people this morning is, when is the rally? She rally Yimbo. This is a question that even toward the federal government, they are asking themselves. As the federal government is waiting, the international community are waiting, and millions of Yoruba people are waiting around the world. But one thing is, Baba Akitoye said, I quote, Omawa biole loruni, and that's exactly what is going to happen. Omawa biole loru. So in Omawa biole loru, then our own job is just to continue to mobilize. That's all we need to do right now. We mobilize our people and we prepare them for the exit day. We all sit back and wait. That is not our job. Our job is to continue to mobilize because could see another option. I've listened to many groups, many people keep sending me messages. And one thing we need to understand is that we must continue to mobilize until the D-Day. That's all. Because the enemies are watching. And we cannot be 100% ready. But one thing is, we will continue to highlight many reasons why Nigeria is a failed country. That is number one. And many million reasons why Yoruba needs to become an independent country. With you as a Yoruba person or without you. Election in Nigeria will not happen in 2027. The doom day for Nigeria is getting closer. The politician knows that. They do not want Tinubu to come back in 2027. Tinubu wants to go back in 2027 and Nigeria is imminent to war. So Kakakalo Sogun, we would exit. Baba Akitoye would do whatever it needs to do without the politicians and our kings and edge further so that Kiri Yoruba, Kuli Gaduro, so that we can become a full independent country. How? Is the question that many people wants to know, and that remains something that Baba Akitoye will keep to himself. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ibi wa, kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga fàlẹ́rì. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bàtí bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹ́jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Ìtẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. And that is different from the fraudulent national anthem that never united us in the last 65 years that we have wasted too much energy reciting. Good morning and welcome once again. Kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè wá sórí platform eléyìí. This is a platform that will keep your spirit high. No matter what you are feeling, whether you are feeling down, whether you are concerned, whether you are worried, tó bá ti gbọ́ bíbá, I can assure you that I am in the back end and everything is going on as planned. That's all you need to know. But tó bá lọ sí platform tí ó bá ti fún ẹ ní ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì, I cannot help you because that means pé follow protocol àwọn leaders wa. Instruction is the only solution to problems. But Yoruba want to have many instructions from those that are not going to give you that instruction. Who are we waiting for? We wait for Baba Kitoye. Doesn't matter how long it will take him. He is the leader. That is a leader. Kò ń ṣe Tinubu. Tinubu kì í ṣe leader wa. Because ìparun ni Tinubu wa by taking us into this contraction called Nigeria. And he has nothing to offer us in Nigeria. Kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀, ó fi kó wa lọ sínú ìparun. Who is the leader? Olóyè Ọmọ Adéyẹmọ is the leader. And many of you, no matter how you cry, no matter your pain, he is also going through the same pain. He's been in exile for the last 3 years. Kò mọ bí nǹkan ṣe rí mọ́ nínú ilé ẹ̀ ní businesses ẹ̀. So ṣẹ́fẹ́ lè sọ pé wà in a hurry tó lóyè Ìgbòho ni. And many of you will not be able to push further, even if you dare want to, without Ìgbòho. You can't. Because in any battle, you need somebody that has what it takes to lead the battle. Ìyẹn la máa wá láwọn ọmọ ogun lẹ́yìn tó máa wá ràn lọ́wọ́. Òun náà sọ pé òun lè dá ṣe, but you cannot lead the battle. If you wanted to lead the battle, we would have seen many of you would have been out there in the last 3 years that Igboho has been in exile. So that means we will be patient to wait for Igboho and Baba Kitoye. Who is the leader? Kayode Emola, the diaspora deputy of the YSDM, is the leader. We will wait patiently as they continue to mobilize under the YSDM to make sure that everybody has at least the little resources to help us. They will not give you all the full 100% because we don't have the capacity. But with the talent of these individuals, they are ready to move the movement to the next stage. Who is the home leader? George Akinola. No matter what you say, he is in Nigeria, in Yorubaland. He's been in the struggle with us for a very long time. We would have to wait as they continue to walk around the clock. Many things you don't need to know. Because Konshe movie and act. We cannot give our enemies everything so that they can go and wait for us, so that they can attack us and ambush and kill you. So you will wait for George Akinola as we are waiting for the YSDM that is ready to give us the go-ahead under the leadership of Baba Kitoye. So not all your grumbling will help the movement. Hey, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? No, you remain focused as a foot soldier. We are the foot soldier. Àwa gangan ni foot soldier that are waiting for that call. Kò ń ṣe ariwo ọjà. You cannot lead the movement when we have the capable hands that want to lead it. We wait patiently for all the medias that are now working simultaneously to give us the go-ahead. Kò ń ṣe pé Koiki Media ló kọ́ máa wá jáde ló máa ní Yoruba Nation rally ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, Yoruba Nation ti wà declared. No, this will be the unification, the unity of all the medias and those that probably you might not even know. There's a lot of work going on behind the scene. But one thing is, we cannot be fully prepared, but we will still forge ahead, with them or without them. And tó bá fẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́, you are still welcome to prepare for our exit, because we're going to exit Nigeria. I can assure you that. I am still in Africa. And even as I remain in Africa, there's a lot of pressure for me to return back to UK right now. But that pressure cannot be as important as the clearing call to help our people and myself láti exit this contraction to Britain create. So if you're one of those that are mourning in your group, mourning in your bedroom, in diaspora, mourning at home in the homeland, that kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀, you have to wait for our leaders, because you are not the leader. Our leaders were. These are capable hands that we have already been able to work with in the last 5 years. There will be a lot of surprises, and those surprises is what people want to know, but we cannot give you those surprises. So when you listen to my own platform, it's different from other platforms, because I am here to encourage us that our focus point is Afe exit Nigeria. It is as simple as that, nothing less, nothing more. We don't want to be part of this contraction. Don't be Nigeria. It has done a lot of damage in our lives, and we don't want to have anything to do with it again. But the enemies, the politicians that are representing us in Nigeria today, are also preparing whatever they can prepare. It doesn't matter. No matter how strong they are, no matter how much money they have, Nigeria will break on their head. So our focus point as we continue to wait is that I'ma exit Nigeria. When is the question that millions of people wants to know. How prepared are we? We will not be fully prepared, but we will still go ahead. Bí a tẹ́ bá ń rò pé bóyá wọ́n ní owó ìtí pé lọ ṣe tí jáde fún rally. No. Wọ́n ìtí ready lọ ṣe fún jáde fún rally. No. Ìdí yẹn gan lẹ́yìn fẹ́ mọ̀, ìdí yẹn la lè review fún yín. Because kò ń ṣe ẹnìkan lẹ́ ń wò wá. Kò dẹ̀ ṣe ẹnìkan lẹ́ ń gbọ́ wá. And ẹnìkan kọ́ lẹ́jọ́ wà nínú group. Britain is watching, monitoring everything closely. That is all I can tell you. We are not scared of any one of them. We are not scared of any countries around the globe as we speak this morning. I can tell you that. Baba Kitoye is not worried about them. Neither is he scared about anybody. Igbowo is not concerned. Neither is Emola worried, or George Akinola. Neither is Iyajagun multi-faith. Whether it's Kogbodoku, whether it's Ifelodun Akpapo, with their strong leadership that are preparing us for our exit. Whether it is Ilana, Omodua, US, that are working around the clock, doing a lot of consultation on our behalf, engaging those that we might not be able to reach in the US, as Canada, Illinois is working around the clock. As Ogun State Ekiti, Ondo. We are all in communication with different peoples and they are walking around the clock. Traveling is happening crossed by, I will not tell you from what point to one point, because that is what you want to know. Kì í ṣe movie. Ibà yóò ṣe Netflix. This is a real event that is going to change millions of lives and we cannot reveal too much. I just woke up after a early to bed. But I know many of you just want us to come out and say, Rally Tibere. It will come as a thief in the night. But while we are waiting, we would not stop campaigning and creating the reasons fún gbogbo èèyàn kó lè mọ̀ pé whether we like it or not, kò sí solution kankan mọ́ láàrin àwa àti Nàìjíríà. Bó bá ohun Tinubu kó gbọ́, the letter has already reached him. Bó bá ohun kó má gbọ́, he does not own us. We are not his slave. Those that wants to be the slave to Tinubu can continue to be the slave. He's a human being. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ló ràn lára ẹ̀. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ ràn lára tèmi ló ràn lára tiẹ̀. He's just privileged that Elédùmarè fún ní position here and he has not used it for the purpose of Yoruba people. That means he failed. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ máa ṣèdájọ́ fún. Àfi tó bá jẹ́ pé ìkà ni ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣe fún Tinubu tó fi di pé ó débi tó dé léde tó wá go quiet as millions of people continue to go into starvation in Yorubaland. He has nothing to offer anybody, so we are not waiting for him in 2027. Because àwọn criminal bó ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn, àwọn olè politicians kò yàtọ̀ sóhun kò yàtọ̀ sóhun náà kò yàtọ̀ sí wọn. Tinubu is the same thing with them. So gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ojú ń kán millions of people as well. But we wait for our leaders. Ìyẹn ló ṣe pé wọ́n ní leader that are capable. You are not capable more than Baba Akintoye. Kò sí advice they fẹ́ fún mi pé kí n lọ sọ fún Baba Akintoye. Baba Akintoye knows all those advice. When Baba Akintoye called me yesterday, he asked for two things yesterday simultaneously. One of the things he said to me was he was watching one of my videos and he was hearing me talking about Najatu. And Baba Akintoye ní kí n send article yẹn sáwọn tí Najatu, the prostitute Fulani woman, tó fi attack ọmọ wa, bàbá wa, ẹ̀gbọ́n wa, the general that nobody has the capability as of today. Kò ń ṣe pé àwọn èèyàn sí nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. But when we talk about akọni ọmọkùnrin, òun ni Sunday Igboho, it's not about ogun. Èèyàn lè lóògùn tó máa jẹ fún. Àìmọye yín tẹ́tí ṣògùn nísìn tẹ́tí múra sílẹ̀, but ẹlòmíràn mọ tó tún fi sára tó ń pè ní kéèyàn wà bold. Boldness is bigger than having anything in your body. Yes, it is good to protect and fortify yourself, but tó bá fortify ara rẹ tó bá bold, you will still die before you get to the battlefield. So when people see Igboho all the time, they think it's because he has one day's ogun kan tó ní. No. Igboho boldness is the reason why the whole of Africa knows that there will be a change for the lives of millions of Yoruba people. Kò ń ṣe Nigeria nìkan ló fẹ́ change. The whole of Africa continent will change. Because when Yoruba becomes an independent country, it will bring a peace between us and Benin Republic, Togo, Sierra Leone, Libya, all the way to many other African countries that will benefit. So tó bá rò pé bóyá ìjà kan tí Igboho gbé dání àti Baba Akintoye ìjà Nàìjíríà ni, ó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. So when Baba Akintoye called me yesterday, he requested that I send him that article so that he can go through it quickly. This is what they call a leader. It might have taken his time for him to have seen my broadcast, because Baba is 90 years old, but he's still sitting down watching a lot of broadcasts, as not just myself, but all others. And when I sent that to him, I got a call back again from him that this message of Najatu, Baba ti response in January, èmi gan ti gbàgbé. I myself forgot that Baba responded to all the Fulanis to stop attacking Igboho but wọ́n gbọ́ràn because animals ni wọ́n, ẹranko ayé àtọ̀run làwọn yẹn, and ìdí tí a ṣe ń sọ fáwọn yẹn wá pé a lè jọ ṣe pẹ̀lú wọn, àjọṣepọ̀ àwa àti Fúlàní ò lè work, but àwọn olóṣèlú àtàwọn ọba tó fi bá wọn ṣe àti fún gbogbo wọn ní ìtàn pè ní final warning, àní tó dẹ̀ máa kàn ní sí ni pé kán máa múra sílẹ̀ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó máa jáde ní àsìkò tí bàbá wa máa announce. Tó bá wa lè dúró fún bàbá wa kó fi announce, I'm sure o máa láti dúró náà because he is the capable man, Professor Adebanji Akintoye, the man that have seen it all. Kó tó farẹ̀ síta bóun máa lead wa, àwọn tó kù tó jẹ́ kó lead wa gbogbo wọn dákẹ́ látara pé inú Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n ti ń ṣọlá lọ́ ti ń ṣọrọ̀ ajé, tó wá ń dì sí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé ká lọ máa dìbò 2027, ká lọ dìbò 2023, 2015, tó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé kò lè mú àṣeyọrí kankan sílẹ̀ Yorùbá. When Baba returned my message, I will read what he wrote in January láti fi warn àwọn Fúlàní against Olóyè Ìgbòho. This was in January this year. That shows that this man knows that the attack on Yoruba people, kò ń ṣe Fúlàní Nàìjíríà nìkan ló fẹ́ wá attack wa. We are capable. We are strong. Fúlàní ò bá defeat ilẹ̀ Yorùbá rí. Yes, wọ́n ti ṣe jàǹbá tó pọ̀ sílẹ̀ Yorùbá, kò ń ṣe lénìí. It has been going on since 18th centuries, 17th centuries. Because 18th century ni Fulani gba Hausa kingdom, 1806 precisely. And as we forge further, no matter how our differences will be in this movement, nobody pray for the death of anybody. But ìgbà kan máa wà, tájọ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ union, tájọ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ movement, as we have done. And sometimes our paths would also be different. Because that is the intention of people like Tinubu and many criminal politicians like himself. Iṣẹ́ tó mọ̀ ṣe nìyẹn, divide and rule. Kódà kó sọ gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní tí ẹgbẹ́ kan bá ń bẹ tó ń flourish nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹgbẹ́ èèyàn máa pín sí mẹ́ta. Tinubu mọ̀ nípẹ̀. So the division that came into Yoruba nation today, Tinubu mọ̀ nípẹ̀. I don't have to give him the accolade of presidency. But ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó ń bẹ láre níjọ́ kan ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn máa gbẹ, ó dẹ̀ máa kú. Bíyá lẹ́ni, bíyá lọ́la, bíyá ní 30 years, àwọn kan ní even it might not be that strong. Níbo ni bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ wà? He left us after many years on this earth. Tinubu will also leave. But if we eventually forge as we are doing and Yoruba become an independent country, gbogbo generation Tinubu pátá will not ever be forgiven, because he had all the privilege Elédùmarè fún nísìn, but ó fẹ́ abuse it against Yoruba people. So ilẹ̀ tó dúró lé lórí yẹn, I know it's currently in Lagos. Even ó ní àwọn èèyàn lára bó ṣe wà nílé nísìn. People prefer him to be in Abuja because the whole road is blocked. Ó sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ di King Kong. Níbo ni Pharaoh wà lẹ́ni? Ó padà parun náà ni. Tinubu máa parun náà ni. Kò ń ṣépè. Torí pé in tí ó ń fi Yorùbá ṣe lẹ́ni, tí Yorùbá fi ń sunkún, gbogbo ẹkún tá à ń sun lẹ́ni ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, gbogbo generation Tinubu máa sunkún yẹn. Àtàwọn ọmọ ẹ̀, àtàwọn ọmọ ẹ̀, they will cry. Because kò need it 2 times láti divide Nigeria. Ó fẹ́ fi ẹ̀mí tiwa sínú ewu ni, àdé ní accepted. No matter what they prepare for themselves, the least thing that would happen is Nigeria will still divide, and Tinubu will run into exile, and Yoruba will take control of their land. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá dé attack Yoruba will also be attacked, and they will all be killed. Ikú máa pa gbogbo wọn lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan. So we are forging ahead. It's not just the rally. The rally wants to give us something. That is all. Kí ló fẹ́ fún wa? Fẹ́ fún wa ní independent country. But the plan is that they want to know the next move, the next move. Only that move will come from Baba Akintoye. But Baba Akintoye responded. I have the article written in January 12. That shows that this is a man that have seen things before we see it. Naija tún ṣe ń response Olóyè Igboho. But Baba Akintoye ti response gbogbo Fulani ní January. As I read that article again, just for record purpose. We've done it before in January this year, which is just about 5 months ago, because we are still in the 5th month. I know today is 29. Ẹ̀yin wojọ́ Baba Akintoye ń prepare for the future ọjọ́, kò ń ṣọjọ́ tèmi nìkan ló ń prepare for. So all your grumbling in your groups is not what you should be doing now. We should continue to mobilize ourselves across Yorubaland. Ká lè jẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ kó lè ní àṣeyọrí, because independent country la fẹ́ gbà nísìn. It's not just a rally. Kò ń ṣe pé a fẹ́ jáde fún rally. Rally will lead us to our country. That is what they've told us. So that means we will become an independent country. Ṣùwá rò pé wọ́n máa stop o, pé kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó yá o, ẹ máa bọ̀. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ múra sílẹ̀, ìmúra yẹn ó sì máa continue náà ni until the announcement will come. I don't know when the announcement will come, but the only one that knows is Baba Akintoye, and we will give him all the accolades to continue as he is doing with Igboho and the rest of the group and executives. Kò sí nǹkan kan tó dá wọn dúró, but we would wait for them. That's all I can tell you tonight, this morning, this evening, depending on what time and when you're going to watch this broadcast. I am waiting as you are waiting. I have pressing things that I should have done in the UK. But like I said, I appreciate anything pay me. And I just want to put it on record. I love when people call me and say, Koiki, no matter what, stop using the word that going back to UK means nothing to you. Let me repeat it again. I mean every word that I say. If leaving UK finally for this struggle, yes, I am ready to do so. That will not stop my children from finding me at the appropriate time. They have what it takes to travel out of the UK. They are not restricted like I have been restricted for 15 years. Owó ni kàn máa ní láti fi ra ticket fún wọn. Tí bá fẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ mi wá bá mi níbi tí mo wà, màá lọ́wọ́ owó ni, and they will fly down and they will come to me. So when I sit here and I say that I don't have no business anymore in the UK, I mean it. But I didn't pay me mo dúpẹ́, because I received a call from someone, and I understand how they feel. That only 5% of our people are ready to fight because Ama Jafigbakini kò sí àní-àní níbẹ̀. That 95% are not ready to fight. Ṣáwọn tí mo fẹ́ torí ẹ̀ fi UK lẹ̀ nìyẹn. Yes, I would rather go with the 5% to save the 95% tí wọ́n mọ̀ tán ṣe, because wọ́n mọ̀ tán ṣe. I can't blame them. So for that call that came through yesterday, I'm grateful. I am not here to knock you down, but I still stand with my words. I have lived in the UK for the last 20-something years. 1998 in Mowa, UK, September. Gatwick Airport with visa. I have seen it all there. I have enjoyed it. And if I have no reason to return back because of Yoruba Nation, so be it. Whether I give them money or not, they will still manage with their life, with the government, and my wife that is working. Why do I manage? It tell me nobody any mama to support me from here until Yoruba ma fi David don't law. Baba David don't law, then I will pull my sleeves together and I'll start doing what I need to do to earn my own income. So I am not doing this because I want to say it. I am doing this because I mean every word that I've said from the day one. And I don't want us to have this at the back of our mind, whether you are in the homeland or in the diaspora, or it is not worth it, because that is what I am seeing and I'm hearing from that kind of call. Because of your children. Ìlú òyìnbó tó yẹ pé táwọn ọmọ bá ti pé 16 gan, wọ́n máa abandon ẹ̀ sínú ilé. Tó bá ti pé 18, they will leave you and they will start their lives. You will end up being lonely. Ìwọ àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ṣì wà together. Àìmọye ọkọ àti ìyàwó tó ti bára wọn jà ní UK labroad yẹn. Abroad is not for you. It's not for ọmọ kékeré. Gbogbo àwọn tó dé lánàá nísìn pẹ̀lú ọkọ àti ìyàwó, gbogbo wọn ti fọ́gi mọ́ra wọn lórí. So fúnra wa to have still remained in a peaceful home is not an easy task. Kàmá ìtẹ̀tí wa sọ ọkọ tó tún wá gbé ẹrù tó gbé dórí. Ó lè ti wó ilé ti lè bàjẹ́. But dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run that we are still able to keep my family together. So I am not doing this because of anything. I am doing it because I want also my people to be free, just like those that have lived in the UK or those that are the citizens of British and Germany and France that have been free. I am not doing it to satisfy anybody, because it don't come by anybody. Ṣáwọn tá ń bá àwọn tá ń torí ẹ̀ sọ́tọ́tọ́ tí wọ́n nílà káyì tó yẹ pé orí wọn orí bí chicken brain. Àwọn yẹn kọ́. Àwọn tó mọ left from their right. Èmi tèmi ti mọ left from my right ni mo mọ̀ pé ayé wọn dá níbi tó wà. So we have to rescue them. So even if it's 5% from what the caller said to me, but only 5% are ready for the fight. I think 5% can still save the 95%. Tabawa focus, tabawa distracted. Torí gbogbo àwọn tó ń pariwo pé ká jáde nísìn kò ń ṣe gbogbo wọn lọ́láyà. Ẹlòmíì kàn fi mọ̀ bóyá ó fẹ́ jáde bí ọ̀wọ̀n ní jáde, but ìwọ kọ́ ló máa sọ fún bàbá Akíntóyè àti Ìgbòho, because ìwọ kọ́ ní action man yẹn. Tó bá dẹ̀wọ̀n pa action man yẹn tó lè ṣe bọ́ síta láàárọ̀ ọ̀la kó lọ dánwò pẹ̀lú gbogbo tó gbé sára. Wàá wá rí i pé kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ ògùn nìkan. Tó bá mọ̀ pé tó bẹ́ẹ̀ mo challenge ò tó bẹ́ẹ̀ mo mọ̀. That is why we have to wait for our leaders. No matter how you might be feeling this morning, you will wait for them. Tó bá dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o lè wait for them, then you have afẹ́ padà síbi iṣẹ́ wo lẹ̀ ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀, kò síṣẹ́ kankan nínú Nàìjíríà. Ẹ má fi gbogbo iṣẹ́. What we have done is that ẹni tó fẹ́ lọ jagun fi excuses sílẹ̀ all the time. You don't leave excuses, because the country is gone. Determination la fi gbà, kò ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ lọ ṣògùn, ẹ lọ bògùn. Yes, all these will help us, but it's our determination and our strength la máa fi gba Yorùbá nation. Ó máa wà declare, because rally tó bá sọ fún wa pé a máa gba country wa, bí a máa declare ni o, bí a kìíní kan ni o, ìyẹn làwọn èèyàn fẹ́ mọ̀ the next move. Like I said, I don't know, but what I know is that rally nìkan kọ́ ló wà lórí table. Ṣé rally la máa ṣe títí forever ni? A kàn máa jáde fún rally. I listen to many of you, but like I said, we should not lose focus. Àtẹ̀yìntẹ̀ wà ní diaspora àtẹ̀ nǹkanjú. Tó bá dẹ̀ nǹkanjú ẹ máa bọ́ lé ẹ̀rọ tíkẹ̀kẹ́ máa bọ̀ kẹ́ wá darapọ̀ mọ́ wa náà. Yìí náà fi ṣe yín sílẹ̀ náà. It's two ways around it. It's either you wait when the call will be called, and then we all move together. But one thing is, we will not allow anybody to distract us. Àwa la máa distract àwọn. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé Ìgbòho ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ kó má múṣẹ. But wọ́n fẹ́ mọ bí Ìgbòho ṣe fẹ́ rìnrìn àjò yẹn. Wọ́n rò pé 2021 ni. Mo sọ fún yín pé lẹ́yìn oṣù 2021. The game has changed on them. We now have been able to walk back and look at where was the mistake. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 2021? What led to Igboho's attack in his homeland? Because homeland ẹ̀ lọ́ ti attack ẹ̀. Ṣé máa lọ attack ẹ̀ ní Germany nísìn? Ẹ lọ bá ní Germany kẹ́ lọ attack ẹ̀ pé torí pé wọ́n ń pè fún rally. Bí ẹ kò ń ṣe right ẹ̀. bí ẹ máa wá àtàkì bàbá Akíntóyè ní Kútọ́nù, bí ẹ máa wá àtàkì mi níbi tí mo wà, or ẹ máa àtàkì àwọn èèyàn wa. At least we are not homeland right now. We are more or less like people that are in exile. Exile, you know what? Some of you don't know that. I'm currently in exile. I cannot return back to my homeland because we are in this movement. Does that worry me? No. Tinubu fún ààrẹ ti wà ní exile kó tó máa ṣe tó ń ṣe. So what is going to change now is that Tinubu will leave that Nigeria for Yorubaland to come to be, because nígbà tó wà ní exile, it was the military dictator ló wà lórí ìjọba. Abacha ló wà lórí oyè nígbà tí Tinubu wà ní UK during the Nadeco. But something happened ló fi yẹ kí Tinubu padà. Nǹkan kan náà ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tílẹ̀ Yorùbá náà máa fi dìde táwọn fi gba country yẹn, because kò tún ní sí ibi kankan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tó máa pè ní Nàìjíríà very soon again. That is where we're going. But the politician wants to use Nigeria to enrich and deceive millions of Yoruba people. And that is where we have challenged them. They know that. We have told them everything that they need to know. The next move is what they are waiting for. It's a game of chess. Monise into jẹ́ Tinubu padà sí Nàìjíríà ni pé the late Abacha that died. So in nǹkan náà ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tí Yorùbá tá à ń pariwo kó máa dé, ilẹ̀ Oòduà máa dé, ló máa fi dé. And that's a fact. So history is always there, and we will go through the letter from where we stop with Baba Akíntóyè to Tinubu. That tó bá rò pé n tó ń ṣe kò tí ṣẹlẹ̀ rí, ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀. And the beautiful example of it was Yugoslavia. So Tinubu rò pé kò tí ṣẹlẹ̀ rí, ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀. They warned the leader of Yugoslavia, níjọ́ náà long. They told them everything. That country has come to expiration. Owó ọ̀gbọ́nràn. So bí Tinubu náà ṣe ń rò pé bí àwọn fi mọ́tò gbóhùn lọ gbé igbá àgbà nísìn. Tó ń fi convoy 50 tó fi move ẹ̀ káàkiri. Those cannot rescue him in the hands of the Fulanis. The Fulani means every business, every word. Lórí ẹ̀. Ẹ̀mí tí ẹ̀ gan kò safe. Because I don't know why a government is moving with 50 convoy. UK, the Prime Minister moved with only 4 cars. I see all the time. 2 bikes in the front, the Range Rover, sometimes Jaguar. And there's another car, and there's another car. And they stop for traffic lights. Because what they build the blue one, they be paid. Kéèyàn tó fẹ́ wá náà fẹ́ àtàkì prime minister àwọn tí mọ̀, but because Tinubu ò mọ̀ bí tó ti fẹ́ àtàkì ṣọ́rọ̀ pé bóun ṣe ń gbé convoy yẹn tó bá yin grenade ẹyọ kan ó máa take out gbogbo vehicle tó ń gbé yẹn, and eventually he will die. Kò ń ṣe fìrìgbọ̀n la fi ń ṣe kàn mọ́ lẹ́ni tó ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ ló fi ṣílẹ̀kùn. Ìgbòho ló ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, kò tí ì sí bàbá ńlá ẹni tó lè lóun ní kọ́kọ́rọ́ yẹn lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n dẹ̀ fi mọ bó ṣe fi ṣílẹ̀kùn yẹn. Ọlọ́run nìkan dẹ̀ ló máa protect ẹ̀, ló máa guide ẹ̀. Àwa táwa wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ a máa lọ ní sùúrù, torí pé ó lè lọ fi ìrìgbọ̀n jáde nísìn sójà máa yìnbọn pa ẹ́. Tó bá tẹ̀ wá yìnbọn torí pé o nìkan lára, ṣé ìwọ nìkan lè handle ilẹ̀ Yorùbá with your own strength, torí kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ ẹ́. Ìyẹn la ṣe ń sọ pé ibi tí wọ́n wà yẹn ẹ máa lọ rúbọ níbẹ̀, ẹ máa lọ bọ Ògún kẹ́ bọ Ọ̀ṣun. Gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ń ṣe, I've seen a lot of videos that have been sent to me. We don't put this out. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, it's a game of intelligence. Ẹ kọ̀ rẹ̀ pé gbùrùgbùrùgbùrù tí mo wá ń ṣe lórí social media, ìyẹn ti yàtọ̀. Gbùrùgbùrù yẹn kọ́ ló fi ṣe Yorùbá Nation. Mo sọ fún wọn tẹ́lẹ̀ pé media war lèmi bá wọn jà, but àwọn tó fi bá wọn jà intelligent war, àwọn wà nínú lọ́wọ́ lẹ́yìn tẹ́yìn òrí. Èmi náà rẹ̀ mọ́ gbó wọn, but àwọn tí mo mọ̀ òun ni Baba Akíntóyè àti Ìgbòho. And the two of them were in constant communication every blessed day. Màá kan tí Baba Akíntóyè kọ ní January mo kàn fún yín ní because many people we are too weak in our mind ẹ̀mí wa yìí hey kí ló fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣé kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ ni méjì má ti ń tàn weak mind nìyẹn ẹni tó bá ní weak mind ló máa ronú bẹ́ẹ̀ weak mind I am very serious it's a weak mind. We are all preparing, I know that. Let us continue to prepare and focus. That's all. We are still preparing. They're near enough, but we are still preparing. But one thing is, something will eventually lead to Yoruba become an independent country. Lead to the independent country. Ṣé mọ̀ kó tó bá ti di independent country tó ti nà sí àsókè that is the final straw. Game yẹn ti change nìyẹn kò sí kankan tó tí bàbá kí tó yẹ bá ní Yorùbá nation is declared nísìn ta ni bàbá ńlá ẹni tó máa sọ fún wa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá pé kò tí wà declare ṣé Tinubu ẹ̀jẹ̀ mélòó ló wà lára tiẹ̀ ṣé ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ni ṣé Fúlàní ló nílẹ̀ ni Britain no ṣé Britain ló nílẹ̀ ni we have done all the analysis that we need to do. Gbogbo ìtókù tá a kàn ṣe nísìn akọ̀ṣe ń ṣe kí ni à ń ṣe tán pè ní summary tó bá ti lọ sí class at the beginning of the semester tó bá ti ń tó towards the end of the semester gbogbo tó kàn máa ṣe ní summary before the exam àwádẹ́ tí mo result exam wa because everything has been put in place but in tó put in place yẹn lẹ́yìn fẹ́ mọ̀ lẹ́nu gbogbo àwa media ẹ̀ ń wá mídíà tó máa sọ àṣírí because I like àṣírí nílẹ̀ Yorùbá like jù I dey like miracle àṣírí pé ibi báyìí ló máa gbà wọlé ẹ̀yìn ló máa gbà wọlé nǹkan kan báyìí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ why are we not just waiting for instructions kí ló dé tí instructions máa ń difficult fún wa láti listen sí a fi lọ sí battle a dẹ̀ fi gbọ́ instruction wọ́n máa ambush gbogbo yín lọ́nà apá gbogbo yín dànù. Even if you are fortified ìyẹn la ṣe sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa ẹ lọ máa bọ Ògún kẹ bọ Èṣù because nǹkan tí lè bá bá wá nìyẹn kò disturb ẹ as Jésù or Muhammad ẹ lọ máa pe gbogbo ìsọ̀rísọ̀rí mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ that people are listening difference tó kọ̀ wá ni pé most people are struggling àti pa ajá nísìn kò ń ṣe tó kàn máa wọ sọ ó kò lè máa já lójú títì kó náà fi lọ bẹ sórí Ògùn ó máa lọ ra yìí tó wà available ní market ni ṣé ọ̀fẹ́ ló máa fún ẹran àwọn tó ń tajà yẹn all these things are expensive as well so ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń doubt pé kò lè mí ètí tán Koiki ẹ̀yin wo date àwọn intelligent people wọ́n wo the last sketch so that nobody failed because wọ́n ní àní ṣe rálì mímọ́ èmi ò bí àyẹn kò tẹ̀ tí ìyá àwọn èèyàn wa ìyẹn ni máa ṣe wonder we are very difficult people we know that ìyẹn làwọn kan ṣe ń pè mí lẹ́yìn mi sí pé Koiki padà sí UK ṣọ́ra àwọn Yorùbá tó ń jà fún yẹn 5% ló ready láti lọ I am being honest I am receiving calls every day to return back to the UK because the point we know you are determined but return back to your family but àwọn rò pé family kan ni mo ní ni I have a big family I've always had a big family before movement tí máa ń àwọn ìyàwó mi bí àwọn kan máa ń rò pé bí àmọ̀ ìṣeré ni but because ẹ fẹ́ yẹ kí n máa ṣàlàyé gbogbo ẹ̀ fún yín ṣé family problem tèmi nìyẹn kò ń ṣe problem tẹ̀yìn náà that's my own personal problem and I've had my family situation before the movement they wanted to use it against me wọ́n fẹ́ pin ẹ̀ mọ́ mi bí àwọn tó mọ̀ later làwọn kan sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ fi bọ̀bọ́ yẹn lẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ni ó mọ̀ mi tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ni orí mi rí tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ni ìbí wọn náà ní láìfù tiẹ̀ tó ń gbé èmi náà ní láìfù èmi tèmi ń gbé kí ni láìfù mi ní ṣe pẹ̀lú movement family situation mi ó yàtọ̀ sí movement but right now I'm in exile so even as a family I'm in exile I cannot return back to my homeland my in-laws are there I cannot see my in-laws ojú screen bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wò mí làwọn in-laws mi náà wò mí wọ́n ti gba kámú fọ́lọ́run tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní ìwọ lọ́kọ tí o lọ fẹ́yàn kan tó gbérù kan báyìí dání ṣòro pé wọ́n ti ní pọ́pọ́ yẹn pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ but ìyẹn kọ́ là ń lọ fẹ́ lò. So èyí tẹ́ ń pè mí, like I said, I appreciate. Tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n bá wa kéékèèké la fi tẹ̀lé olóyè Ìgbòho, because I told him and I still tell him all the time, I will be next with him at any point of time. Tó bá ń wọ ẹ̀gbẹ́ báyìí, ó gbọ́dọ̀ máa rí mi. That is the loyalty I've given him. Bí Bàbá Akíntóyè. Bàbá Akíntóyè wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi báyìí, Ìgbòho wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi báyìí. A dẹ̀ kó gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá dání pé à ń lọ sórílẹ̀ lórí. Àwọn kan tún béèrè. Somebody sent a message from one of the states pé ṣé à ń gbé àwọn mọ́ra ni. When I hear those kind of words, mo wá realize pé olóṣèlú ti báyé púpọ̀ náà ọmọ Yorùbá jẹ́, wọ́n ti báyé yín jẹ́ gan. But like I said, I cannot blame you. In tí yàn bá mọ̀ náà ló máa fi sọ pé ìbọn ti sọ fún yín, irọ́ ló ń pa o. Ṣé ní gbogbo mú gbogbo ṣe irọ́ ni o? Because ayé àwọn olóṣèlú yẹn kan ṣe fún yín nìyẹn. A dẹ̀ ń bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n máa jẹ́ gbẹ́ kò sọgbọ́n ẹ̀ wà láìtàláì sí mọ́bílá ìlàzílà hùwà. Gbé wọn ní jẹ́ gbá yẹn rọ́lọ́pàá. Gbé mi àwọn olóṣèlú àníwójú ara wa, a máa kanra wa nígbò gidi. Ìjà la fẹ́ jà. Bàbá Akíntóyè àti Ìgbòho oníṣọ́ yẹn fún mi, mo ní èmi tó bẹ́ẹ̀ mídíà ni mí. Wọ́n sì mi ò láìkì ní máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìyàwó mi ò láìkì. Ìjà la fẹ́ jà, ìjà gidi, gídígbò gidi. Ọ̀tọ̀ tó ń pera wọn yẹn. But we need the numbers to continue to prepare and rise up for the D-Day. Ṣòro pé tá bá ya wọ House of Assembly ní sí wọ́n lè dá wa dúró ni. Ìbọn mélòó ló máa yìn? Ìbọn ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. No, okay, tá bá ya wọ House of Assembly Lagos State ní sí. Ìbọn mélòó ló fẹ́ yìn? Tá bá sọ pé House of Assembly yóò ẹ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́ wá ṣe. Ẹ̀ àpá gbogbo wa síbí báyìí. Wọ́n lè ṣe. Ṣé tó bá pààyàn sílẹ̀ wá kó bọ́dì yẹn lọ? O rò pé ń sàs lélẹ̀ yìí. Wọ́n tó ń pera wọn yẹn. Àwọn fẹ́ mọ game tá fẹ́ gbá pẹ̀lú àwọn. Àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kó mọ game. Ìyẹn ló ṣe máa ń ní team tó jẹ́ pé tó bá sọ fún ẹ pé formation yìí ló máa lò last minute wá change formation mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo ilẹ̀ máa wo football now, ká fi football ṣe àpèjúwe. In anything in life, you will play a game with the minds of your enemies. Ìyẹn ní pé rally ò ní wáyé, rally ń bọ̀. Bàbá Akíntóyè ló máa announce rally ń bọ̀, that's all. Níjọ́ wo rally ń bọ̀? Àwọn fẹ́ mọ game yẹn ni, wọ́n fẹ́ mọ game tá fẹ́ play, because wọ́n mọ̀ pé game yìí fẹ́ fún ẹ ní freedom tó máa fún ẹ ní ayé àtọ̀run tó máa fi kú. Even kan tí ó mọ̀ pé tíyàn bá kú ní UK, ẹni tó kú ní UK láàárọ̀ yìí, council máa fún support fún family yẹn. Ó lówó kò lówó, ẹ̀tọ́ ni pé kí council ṣẹ̀tọ́ fún family yẹn pé jàǹbá wọnú ilé yín, responsibility wa ni. Púpọ̀ ọ̀nà yín tẹ̀ ń kú ní Nàìjíríà, responsibility local government ni. Kàmáì tí wàá sọ ẹni tí wọ́n fi jẹ́ kó exist, àgbàlagbà tó pé 80, ó wà kí a ò mí sí. Responsibility government ni pé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ tọ́jú ẹ̀, wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ jálè kan náà torí ó ti dọmọdé. Kí ló rọ̀ ń gbé CCTV síbẹ̀ torí àwọn kíára kan tó ń nà wọ́n, and many things like that. So what we are saying is that we want to move from a system to another system, but àwọn kan fẹ́ stop it by deceiving themselves. Look at them. Ṣáwọn aṣẹ́wó politician yìí náà ni. Èyí náà yìí náà wo gbogbo wọn. Ṣòro kó tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dàbọ̀ bolẹ̀ ní Sàtíkù lè dúró ni. Ikùn ẹ̀ ló jẹ́ kó sáré. Tí ìbọn bá dá búrúbúrú bọ́ ẹ̀ nísìn, táwọn bá ń yìnbọn, táwọn náà bá ń yìnbọn, Ọbásanjọ́ máa sá lọ. Wọ́n ò lè sáré. Wọ́n nídìí yẹn náà làwọn sójà àtàwọn tó wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wọn yẹn bọ́wọ́ tó ń tán pera wọn. And every one of them have been given warning. Tábà ya gbogbo wọn, wọ́n tó ń tán pera wọn. But we have to be intelligent. Wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀, Tinubu dẹ̀ mọ̀. Ó mọ̀ àpò Bàbá Akíntóyè wà very intelligent àti Ìgbòho. Ó mọ̀ àwọn méjèèjì dáadáa. Kò lè náà wọ́n mọ̀ wọ́n. Tinubu wants to go for 2027. Bàbá Akíntóyè dẹ̀ sọ fún pé 2027 ẹsẹ̀ a máa kọ́ àwọn Yorùbá jáde kúrò ní Nàìjíríà before 2027. That means it is now a game. Ó wá kù ẹni tó fẹ́ win láàrin àwọn méjèèjì. and àwa táwa wà lẹ́yìn wọn la máa help wọn kó fi máa win yẹn. They are watching all the time. They are watching every one of us. They are analyzing it. Because Britain is telling our kings that, let me leave that. It's a article. Some of you don't know Britain. Èmi tí wọ́n jọ gbé àjọ sùn pé mo kúrò ní UK, pé mo wà ní UK láti 1990, mo kọ́kọ́ lò 10 years gbáko pé mo jáde rárá, so wo lè san kọ́kọ́ fún mi nípa wọn. It's not even about the movement. Tó bá ní ṣekúṣẹyẹ àwọn gangan ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀. 10 years that I live with them, mo lè jáde 10 years. Ọmọ tó ń pè 10 years, 365 days. 10 years tí mo fi wọnú UK, mo jáde, mo lè travel lọ anywhere. Ojú kan ni mo wà, mo kàn ń sùn, mo ń jí, mo dẹ̀ ń káàkiri láàrin gbogbo UK mbẹ̀. I haven't watched my Eagles program, but my attention was called that ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n náà ti release account Ìgbòho. Mo fẹ́ lọ wo fídíò yẹn kí tó wá response dáadáa. Wọ́n ní fídíò kan tó ṣe Democracy Day, ó wá ń sọ lórí platform ẹ̀ pé wọ́n ti ṣí account Ìgbòho. Kọ́lọ̀ fọ́run kẹ́ ìyá Kogi, attention, ìyá yẹn ti lọ. Ìyá yẹn ti lọ. Kí gbogbo yẹn ará Kogi state. Yeah, woman ìyá Kogi yẹn. I remember I was in Turkey on a visit, and she's been trying to reach out to me, and I believe I didn't have any contact with her then. I don't know how she got my number. Could her number to put me say is a very exclusive number that is not in the public. But she called. And right there, I connected Igboho with her. This was even before Dukbodi theory. She's very passionate, very strong, loyal. But iṣẹ́ tí Tinubu máa ń ṣe náà nìyẹn, ó máa ń fọ́ ẹgbẹ́ ni. There were a lot of things that she said. She's a very determined woman, very strong spiritually, very strong as a woman, as a mother, as a grandmother. But kí ni Dukbodi theory dé báyìí? The woman changed, and the rest they say is history. But she's gone now. May her soul rest in peace. That's all I can say. Ara iṣẹ́ Tinubu nìyẹn. So tẹ́ bá rò pé bóyá a fẹ́ jáde fún rally, ṣé ní gbogbo àwọn tó ń pariwo a fẹ́ jáde fún rally yẹn? Most of them are working for Tinubu as well. We know you're, but we are not concerned. We are not worried, because ẹni tó bá dalẹ̀ ilẹ̀ máa mú ni. That is the solution to it. Kò sí bó ṣe fẹ́ dalẹ̀, kó fẹ́ dalẹ̀ movement yìí, ilẹ̀ máa yọ ẹ́, ó máa bá lọ. Ọmọdé ní àgbàlagbà ní, it doesn't matter. Bold mú ẹ nísìn, ó máa padà mú ẹ náà, ó máa yọ ṣubú. Because àwọn orí tí à ń pariwo ta fẹ́ gbà, ẹ kí n máa sùn báyìí náà. Bí tẹ báyàwó mi ṣe jigijigi, ẹ kí n máa sùn àbí? But right now I am here sitting down at exactly 3 o'clock in the morning. Àwọn tó ń ṣe night duty wà ní báyìí nísìn láàrin wa tó wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́, even in Yorubaland. Má bá òyìn sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó ń ṣe iṣẹ́ night láwọn factory kankan tó máa ń pè mí ní once in a while. But what we are doing is not because of anything, it's because a fẹ́ kúrò nínú British created country ká wá lọ ní country tiwa. Simple as that. Ìjà yẹn dẹ̀ la máa fi gbà. Ọ̀rọ̀ diplomacy kọ́, but a gbọ́dọ̀ wà intelligent. Intelligent ló fẹ́ káwa rí visitor. May la máa jáde. That's all. Bàbá Kító is ọ̀rẹ́. We wait. Ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀mí yín ṣe pàpòpà, tẹ́lẹ̀ believe in this movement. Then, so ṣé ẹ̀ ń sọ pé ẹ̀ trust Bàbá Kító yà bẹ́ẹ̀ trust Ìgbòho? Ẹ bá trust wọn, then like I said, ẹ positivity láàárọ̀ la fúnra yín náà. That's all I can say. ẹ bọ́ sí títì láàárọ̀ ọ̀la fúnra yín if you have what it takes the capacity. Tinubu kúkú wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nísìn kẹ bọ́ sí títì kẹwo tó máa ṣe fún yín ẹ lọ sí títì láàárọ̀ ọ̀la kẹwo tí Tinubu máa ṣe fún yín. Tinubu wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nísìn ó fẹ́ wá ṣe léyà ó ti dé látàná wọ́n ti pa owó títì rẹ̀ but ó mọ tí bàbá Akíntóyè lè ṣe ó dẹ̀ mọ tí Gbòwó lè ṣe ó dẹ̀ mọ tí 60 million Yorùbá fẹ́ ṣe but bá ṣe fẹ́ ṣe yẹn nísìn làwọn náà mọ̀ ó ti dàrú mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. A country where a report, as I was about to start this broadcast, let me go straight to that one. I received a message from Kwara State. I posted it already online. I was just about to start mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí ìjókòó pẹ̀lú àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa tún wò mo fojú pẹ́ anybody rẹ̀. This message came from Kwara State, from somebody that is close Moki Prophet Ologunlowa. The birthday was yesterday. Modeki, sister mi, tí mo máa sọ pé ó like Yorùbá gan báyìí. I've mentioned her most of the time. She works somewhere in the US. Only àwọn mẹ́fà local government kan wá transform as half of New York, and they're not joking. I bet there was yesterday as well. Mokidada. Mwaki Mubwentie, the month of May. Eitema to broadcast the war, Ella Fokoyi, Kobale Dada. Moki Mubwentie Walorieto. Yeah, Motirin Timo, Biba mo send this. I just send this on platforms to Kuno. This was sent to me, like I said, from Kwara State. As I was about to start the broadcast, this was something I read from somebody that lives in that state. If you post this on platforms, but I look at Baba Akíntóyè sọ nípa Fulani against Igboho in January this year. Moki Baba and Dada. The man is 90 and his strength is like somebody that is in the 60s. So Tiba Baba need that kind of strength. And you are already worried and concerned. Sometimes I wonder, irú energy wo la wà láti ní. Energy tí wá gbọ́dọ̀ ju ti Baba Akíntóyè lọ ni. Ọmọ tán pè 90. Age kékeré ló pè ní. Bàbá tó give up. Ìwọ wá ń sọ pé ó fẹ́ give up. Àbí òun sọ pé ojú ń pọ́n ẹ̀. Ojú òpin tó bàbá yẹn. Ọmọ pọ́lọ̀ ló lọ́jọ́. Kan bí Ọlọ́run pé kọ́lọ́run fún bàbá yẹn lẹ́nu gúngun ni. Ọlọ́run ló lọ́jọ́. Ọmọ kékeré ń kùnà. Ìyá Kogi tó kú nísìn. Kọ́lọ́run fọ́run kẹ. Kò pé 90. Ẹni tó ṣe sọ pé Ọlọ́run ló lọ́jọ́ nìyẹn. So you feel pé Baba Akíntóyè ò fẹ́ kí Yorùbá kó tètè gba country. You think so? Let's read this quickly. As sent to me from Kwara State. I am presently now at Kwara State. Two things happened 2 weeks back. Most of me, I have listened carefully to Dr. Kemi Olunloyo. She said news is underreported in that contraction. Don't go in Nigeria. News is underreported. One report in news. Toba so fine, but one report in news in Nigeria. Irony. It's a country that things happen and it takes time for the news to filter back out. 2 weeks ago, I don't know, but how can this happen? Lóòótọ́, tẹ́ bá rántí After Borno military invasion, we saw a video of an helicopter. Mo gbé wá sórí word ni because ó tiny díẹ̀ torí ojú mi, so mo fẹ́ increase the frontal if you see be 14. Màá lè save kìíní because these are all the evidence that journalists need to pile up and prepare for engagement with the outside world. Because tó bá tó time tí àwọn yẹn máa pè pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ojú ń dùn ẹ̀yin ògbọ́n tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ látijọ́ yìí àbí. These are the evidence that people like us will prepare. So now màá gbé padà sórí website mi, but for now mo ti increase frontal, so let me read it. I don't need my glasses now. Any 2 weeks ago ní ṣẹlẹ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ní Kwara State lélẹ́yìí o, Kwara State ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Only there is a place called, tí n bá pronounce it dáadáa ẹ má bínú, Àgbẹ̀lẹ̀ in Ìrẹ́pódùn local government of Kwara State. I'm sure pé àwọn tó jẹ́ ọmọ Kwara State ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá wa share program tá a bá ń ṣe, kò ń ṣe torí à ń béèrè fún revenue lórí social media. Mo prefer káwọn èèyàn fún mi lówó gan dàn pé kó fún wa lówó lórí social media ní super chat, because ẹ̀rọ àti YouTube la jọ ń pín. But when we share the program, people will have the privilege to listen. Mo kí ẹ doctor mi òṣèlú kú tọ́jú bàbá Akíntóyè, má jẹ́ lọ́sọ̀ọ́ ẹ máa pẹ́ta ni mo bá sọ̀rọ̀, oríṣiríṣi èèyàn máa ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí social media, àwọn tí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ra wọn ṣe rí ìwọ náà. èmi ò tí ì fún bàbá lówó, ẹ̀yin lẹ́nu ẹ̀ máa sanwó pé mi ò lówó lọ́wọ́. so ìwé bàbá mi nìyẹn, bàbá dáadáa, ọlọ́ba ń dúró ti bàbá yẹn kó wá pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ yàrá gbéwò yẹn báyìí. irọ́ mo lè fi blọ́ọ̀kì ojú olóyè, àmọ́ àfilé báyìí ọjà àfilé báyìí ẹ káwọn yẹn máa rí ojú olóyè Ìgbòho. àwọn lè nífẹ̀ẹ́ Ìgbòho, wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ bàbá Akíntóyè, ọlọ́run ló máa bá mi san wọ́n lẹ́san. ọlọ́run máa san gbogbo lẹ́san. àwọn kan wà quietly behind the scene that they are like ghosts. iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe ju tèmi lọ, ẹ máa wọ́n dàgbà ìwọ tó ń parí. I'm serious. To manage people, to manage somebody is not an easy task. bọ́lá máa san gbogbo lẹ́san o, ọlọ́mà sọ wọlé sàn. So jẹ́ kí n padà sórí article, not article, wọ́n sẹ́ndẹ̀ wá sí mi láti Kwara State. ẹni 2 weeks ago ní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ oníbì kan wà tó ń pè ní Àgbẹ̀lẹ̀ in Ìrẹ́pódùn local government in Kwara State ní the first Sunday of this month. tí bá lọ wo calendar, because journalists máa fi pin ẹ̀ padà, that will be on the 4th. àwa ní 29 last Sunday ni tẹ bá jẹ́ pé ẹ bá rántí mo ní ká ṣe sàárà, mo mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lómi ṣe pé ká ra fruit pé because it's the last Sunday, ẹni tó bá gbọ́ broadcast mi pé ká kọ̀ra sweet, àwọn tó bá jẹ́ chọ́ọ̀chì tó bá dẹ̀jà aláwo nìyẹn ká kọ̀ ṣe sàárà, kò tí late. a lè dismiss prayer nínú movement yìí because spiritual attack là ń jà, spiritual battle òun là ń jà pẹ̀lú àwọn tí wọ́n ń fẹ́ atẹ́gùn oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló ń ṣe. we come back to that. So at the date 4th of Sunday níṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí máa ṣẹlẹ̀, because tẹ́ni ẹ̀ bá ń sọ fún wa pé 1st Sunday of this month of May, that's on the 4th. wọ́n ní mo ń try láti translate it in English, but torí èdè Yorùbá tí mo fi ń sọ mo ń ṣàyàn gbé fún ẹ. wọ́n ní around 8:30 p.m. some gunmen, gun tẹ̀lé ọ̀pẹ̀ gun gu ni, but bó ṣe sẹ́ndẹ̀ wà lẹ́yìn náà ṣe fi síta, bọ̀ máa lọ edit ibẹ̀ yẹn. ẹ mọ̀ pé English difficult, so ẹ má bínú fáwọn ìmọ̀gbẹ́rẹ́ máa kà ní sani ọ̀gbọ́n òyìnbó kan ní language wa. tẹ́ni ibà ní kọ́kọ́ Yorùbá ní sẹ̀mí gan nílé kà, bọ̀ máa lọ edit ẹ̀ níbi tí mo post ẹ̀ sí. So because G-O-N-E lọ́kọ̀ instead of gun, G-U-N, but I can't blame them for that. English is your language. Some gunmen entered the village and started shooting straight bullet at the front of their target house, and one innocent child was killed. That innocent child has a name, only future, only dream, only aspiration. Even tó bá tẹ̀sí jẹ́ tó jẹ́ ìkókó ẹni tó bímọ l'Amẹ́ríkà nísìn tó bímọ ní UK, Canada, a máa tọ́jú ọmọ yẹn pé ọmọ jòjò wọ́n máa fọmọ yẹn lówó, ìjọba máa fún lówó. Lóòótọ́ accident náà máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àwọn abroad, but kò ń ṣe pé kí terrorist wá pa wọ́n mọ́nu lé. Accident lè ṣẹlẹ̀ pé ọmọ yẹn gan lè máa wẹ̀ fatiri situation tó ń wẹ̀ fọmọ kékeré nínú ilé tó tí ìyá ìgbàgbé sínú bá tó mọ mi yó tó kú. But the fact that àwọn kan wọnú lẹ́wà wọ́n yìnbọn pa ọmọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, because whoever was killed at that point ọmọ Yorùbá ni. And they kidnapped the landlord. Wọ́n not demand 100 million, which is what they normally do. Why inflate the price yẹn? Ibo láti fẹ́ ṣe tí kò ní ṣìgbà. They demanded 100 million, but they later collected 10 million. These are not small money fún situation ọmọ Nàìjíríà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ lo bracket yẹn. Àbí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀, Kwara kì í ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí north. Àwa la ní bó jẹ́ ogun la máa bá wọn jà ní Kwara state yẹn tó máa fi padà sọ́dọ̀ wa, ibẹ̀ nìjà máa pọ̀ sí jù. Ẹ lọ note it down. Ibẹ̀ nìjà máa pọ̀ sí jù, ibẹ̀ yẹn gbọ́ngàn nìjà máa pọ̀ sí jù jùlọ àwọn Fúlàní tó wà níbẹ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n náà padà gba 10 million naira. Yàtọ̀ sí 10 million wọ́n gba mattress wọ́n gba drinks, wọ́n gba bag of rice along with the money, which is always the pattern of our Fulani. Tó bá kidnap àwọn èèyàn, àwa la máa wá lọ ṣe shopping fún wọn tó fi ń replenish in tí wọ́n ní lọ́wọ́ àti tó ti ń tán nínú ẹ̀. Bọ̀bọ́ kan tí mo show video ẹ̀ ní couple of weeks back, bí ọmọ Igbo ni, ó ní àwọn làwọn ń gbé àwọn oúnjẹ wọn sẹ́yìn, ó ní ráìsì ọ̀hún báyìí tó bá ṣe báyìí oríṣiríṣi ìyẹ̀pẹ̀ kankan ló wà nínú ẹ̀, but mostly gàrí ló máa ń fún wọn mu. Àwọn ilé ìtẹ̀tún béèrè mattress. Ṣé wọ́n ti nílé tó ń gbé níta tó fẹ́ gbé mattress yẹn sí tó fi ń ṣe spy? Definitely yes. They are living with us. Okay. Ṣèbí torí pé a rí wọn tó gbébọn ni la ṣe mọ̀ pé terrorist ni. Báwo ni wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ identify Fúlàní terrorist tó bá jẹ́ pé kò pàdé ní ojú títì tí kò gbébọn tí kò dẹ̀ múra bí ara wọn tó kàn wọ́ kódà tó tẹ̀ múra pé ó mọ̀ pé Fúlàní ni? Báwo ló ṣe fi mọ̀ pé terrorist ni? That is where you need a government that is functioning and working, because government gbọ́dọ̀ mọ who is who. But nínú Nàìjíríà lẹ́nìí ta ṣe ń sọ pé a gbọ́dọ̀ exit. Part of our exit is because a mọ who is who tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, because kí ló fẹ́ fi mattress ṣe nínú igbó? These are people that are always moving at any point of time. Tó bá jíyàn gbé nísìn wọ́n rìn 3 hours 4 hours non-stop. Ẹni tó bá rẹ̀ ọmọ apá ni, ẹ lọ wo fídíò yẹn tí bá sì lè rí. Ọmọ Ìgbò ni bọ̀bọ̀ náà, ó ní bí i 10 days or 7 days tóun ṣe láàrin wọn, ẹ̀mí òun fẹ́ bọ́, èèyàn méjì ló kú. Ó ní bọ̀bọ̀ máa kan kò lè rìn mọ́, kò lè breathe bí ẹni tó lómi lára ni, tó expect pọ̀ máa jẹ́ òun gbé tó kọ̀ jókòó sínú mọ́tò tó ń lọ sílẹ̀ Ìgbò látàbújá lọ́ti làwọn yẹn ti ń bọ̀. Èèyàn méjì pa wọ́n dànù because fẹ́ tó máa delay wọn, tó máa waste time àwọn. So wọ́n náà lè gba rice. The case was reported to the police, nothing being done. Failed country. That is number one. Ilé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ní Sunday 4th. Àdẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń gbọ́ yẹn lẹ́nìí ẹni 29 oṣù ti parí. Fẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé àìbóṣù ìlọ́nà máa ṣe rally. We wait patiently, okay? I have said it at the beginning of this broadcast. Àti wà ní 1 hour plus. And I'll keep saying it. Àwọn leaders wa wọ́n wà capable, wọ́n mọ̀ tán ṣe, okay? Tẹ́yìn ò bá wá lè ní sùúrù fún àwọn leaders wa pé torí ẹ̀ ń grumble, ara ń kan yín, oògùn tẹ́gbé sára ó ń disturb yín, ó normal. But ṣe rí bàbá yìí, tí mo wọ̀ yìí Ìgbòho yìí a lè sáré síwájú ẹ̀. Eléyìí ò ń ṣe Gani Adams, gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ, eléyìí ò ń ṣe Gani Adams o, ò ń ṣe Gani Adams. Mo máa ń sọ fún yín, mo mọ Gani Adams before olóyè Ìgbòho, so Gani Adams yẹn èmi lè dárúkọ ẹ̀, àwọn kan lè máa papọ̀ bàbá aláṣọ funfun, èmi ò dárúkọ aláṣọ funfun. Gani Adams wọ́n ń pààyàn l'Ákúrẹ́, mo ní kó lọ síbẹ̀ kò dá mi lóhùn. Mo sì bá General Trustina sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá ní Àkúrẹ́, l'Ondo State. I am in communication in Yorubaland on a daily basis, video call ló fi pè mí. Ọlọ́run máa dúró ti gbogbo yín, Ọlọ́run àwọn pẹ̀lú gbogbo wa. Ṣọ̀rẹ́ arákùnrin tó ń wò yìí, ṣọ̀rẹ́ arákùnrin tó wà ní Germany tó ń wò yìí, iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe on a daily basis, tó bá sọ fún apá máa jáde, a máa ní sùúrù kó fi lead wa jáde. Tó bá wá ní o fẹ́ lead ara ẹ̀ jáde, torí inú platform yìí yẹn ṣàwáyàn bíi 5 kẹjọ lead ara yín jáde. Bùṣúrà wa tó kù, àwa máa ní sùúrù fún wọn, torí pé ohun tí wọn tó bá ti fọ́n síta pé ká jáde, sórí Tinubu yẹn tẹ́ ń bẹ̀rù yẹn, bàbá ti kọ lẹ́tà sí. Lẹ́tà yẹn ti wà nígboro tó ti ń spread. Tinubu ó rí kò rí, ó gbọ́ kò gbọ́, problem tiẹ̀ nìyẹn. But mo sọ fún yín pé wọ́n ti summarize lẹ́tà yẹn fún. A máa sọ tàwọn Fúlàní tí bàbá kọ ní January, but mo kàn fi lọ sí Kwara based on this new update. Now the second one tẹ́ni yẹn kọ sínú kínní, ó ní last week Saturday, ìyẹn máa jẹ́ on the 24th, tó yẹn bá tún jẹ́ last week. The first one, ó ní ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ó ń detail ẹ̀, ìyẹn mo ṣe máa ń sọ fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń ṣe fídíò, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ máa bá wa detail ẹ̀, time, date, location, because these are things that we are piling up, we are compiling them. Bá ṣe ń fi sórí social media tẹ́rin yẹn, èyí tí America, okay, kí ló America ṣe sọ nísìnyí pé ṣe àwọn America ti hot gbogbo visa, o lè gba visa nísìnyí, student visa o. Michael Rubio, sorry, the Secretary of State, only call hot gbogbo ẹ̀, o mọ reason of it ṣe gbogbo social media ẹni tó fi wá gba student visa wọ́n máa monitor ẹ̀ kó tó fún yín ní student visa. So in time post lórí social media tẹ́yìn kankan rò pé a kàn post ẹ̀, àwọn tó ṣẹ́rí àwọn ní technology láti fi scan. Tí bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan níbí báyìí nísìn tí mò ń lò continuously tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé ó lè ṣe jàǹbá fún Amẹ́ríkà. Signal máa lọ sí Amẹ́ríkà, wọ́n dẹ̀ máa mọ ibi tí wifi mi tó ti ń pin. Wọ́n lè pin ẹ̀ down sí ibi tèmi wà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ communicate pẹ̀lú ìlú yẹn pé ibi báyìí kankan ṣẹlẹ̀, tẹ́ni yìí sọ pé nǹkan fi ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tí wọn tó jẹ́ nǹkan tó burú. Àwọn ní technology yẹn tó fi ń pè ní tech nìyẹn. Nàìjíríà ní ìlú òfò tó jẹ́ pé kò ready láti go further ju bó ṣe wà yẹn lọ. Ó ti stand still. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti fẹ́ jẹ́ kí àwa stand still. The tech is there. Kí ló dé tí mọ́tò ṣe ń drive without driver? Mọ́tò ti wà tó ń driver rẹ̀ l'Amẹ́ríkà. Kò sí driver tó ń drive ẹ̀. Autonomous car. Pún tó bá ti sọ bí tó ń lọ ń gbé ẹ lọ nìyẹn. So why am I saying this is because many things that we are saying down on social media is also part of evidence against Nigeria. So tá bá jáde tí àsìkò bá tó at the appropriate time. Bó bá wọn Tinubu normal kó nǹkan jáde kó ní kó lọ shut it down torí ó fẹ́ favour Britain, irọ́ ló pa. Irin máa kọrin ni, irin tiwa dẹ̀ máa ju tiẹ̀ lọ. The second one happened in Isin. Ṣé Isin ni? ISIN local government. Ní Kwara náà sí ni o. Ní last week Saturday on the 24th, according to this person. So tẹ́ bá record any event, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé, date, time, ó wà very important. Because recording yẹn, ó lè jẹ́ yẹn gan ló máa ní impact in the last 5 years that ń ṣe. Because àmọ́ ìtẹ́ fẹ́ record fún wa. So irú eléyìí nísìn, eyewitness ni tí wọ́n fún wa yìí, wọ́n ní recording bí wọ́n ní smartphone. Ẹni tó wá eléyìí nísìn tó fi sọ ẹni yóò gbọ́dọ̀ ní smartphone because bàbá tó wà lóko ni tọ́nà sọ́bẹ̀ phone lọ ní tọ́nà sọ́bẹ̀ yẹn nísìn ọmọ mi ní Ọ̀yọ́ ní Ìbàdàn mo ní kó lọ ná price ẹ̀ ó ní tẹ́lẹ̀ 3,500 làwọn máa rà ó ti di 17,000 kódà èmi ò lè ríra ní 21,000 inflation. Last week Saturday on the 24th at Isin local government of Kwara State, Edidi town, if tẹ́tí máa mọ̀ pé details tán fún mi kò ń ṣe fake news o lórí ẹlòmíì ní sani bí ẹ wọ́n make it up ni. One man was in his farm definitely wọ́n ní láti sọ fún ẹ pé yẹn kan ló máa wà nínú farm. Bàbá tí wọ́n ṣápa láìpẹ́ ní ìjàyè igbójàyè tí bá pronounce ẹ̀ dáadáa yẹn mọ̀ ló yẹn má bínú sí mi. Ibẹ̀ ni màmá wa Lé Àjàyí àti sísítà mi tó wà ní Canada tó máa ń ṣe braid yẹn àwọn lọ fún mi ní information yẹn. Ẹ̀ràn títí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn tó gbàdá lọ́wọ́ Fúlàní yẹn tó náà ṣá wọn tí mo ní ọba yẹn wọ́n ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ nísìnyí pé kó ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Àwọn mẹ́ta tó kù sá lọ àjẹsára tó jẹsára ni kò jẹ́ kó pa ọ́ wọ́n fẹ́ dúnbò ẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ ó dìde padà. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo wa náà la lè jàjẹ́ sára torí ọmọ Jésù wà láàrin wa I understand. Bó ṣorí ìwọ tó wà nílé tó ń lọ sóko fún rẹ tó lọ jàjẹ́ sára ká tó jáde fúnra lè wá pa ẹ́ dànù tó bá bá ẹ lọ́nà. Because èmi ò mọ ibi tíyàn kan lọ sí oko nísìn tí kò dira tó lọ tó sí gbẹ́rẹ́ tó jẹ gbogbo ẹ̀ torí pé àwọn tó ń bá fà nínú gbóyìn bá ba wèrè ni wọ́n tó bá pàdé wá padà nù. So tó bá ní one man nínú farm a mọ̀ pé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lẹ́yìn àwọn tó máa ń lọ sóko wọ́n lè pé mẹ́fà tó máa gbéra láti community wọn but tó bá ti ń wọnú oko wọn olúkálukú máa yà sí àbá oko tiẹ̀ àwọn nìkan ló máa ń dá ṣoko yẹn tó bá fẹ́ lọ ṣe harvesting ló máa ń kó àwọn èèyàn dání. So ẹni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí kò ṣe pé wọ́n parọ́ tó bá ní one man torí ẹlòmíì lè máa ní ó ṣe jẹ́yàn kan ló wà lórí oko ẹ̀wọ̀n ká máa béèrè question yẹn but why is it one person ló wà lórí oko is the normal norm nílẹ̀ Yorùbá èèyàn kan ló máa kọ́ ebè òun náà ló máa plant tó bá di pọ́ fẹ́ harvest ló máa múyàn bí méjì mẹ́ta dání láti fi help wọn tí bá dẹ̀ parọ́ ẹ fi sínú comment section èyí tẹ̀ ń ṣe farming. Only last week Saturday again on the 24th at Isin local government area of Kwara State Edidi town one man was in his farm arákùnrin kan wà lóko ẹ̀ he saw helicopter mẹ́wàá ṣẹlẹ̀ nílé mẹ́wàá ẹni kò sógun tó tọ̀ màláfíà ti sọ ilé fún wa bọ́ a kì í gbàgbọ́. Only one man was in his farm bí tí bí àwọn bá tẹ̀ jẹ́ odi bó bá ṣàǹgbò fúfúfú a mọ̀ pé kankan fan wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi báyìí nísìnyí ẹni tó bá smart a mọ̀ pé kankan dún ní background tí bá pa ó kọ́ màmá dọ́rùn mú mi ni. Kí ni mo fẹ́ fàmì rẹ̀ pé wọ́n rẹ́ni yẹn ní helicopter lókè up at the point in his farm helicopter okay he looks up to see because it was closed down and one gunman again kò spell gun yẹn dáadáa gon malo edit yẹn one gunman touch him beside and asked what are you looking up for pé kí ló ń wòkè fún that means pé àwọn tó fẹ́ wá já ẹrù fún àwọn wà close by bàbá yẹn ò tètè rí wọn nígbà tí bàbá wa ń wòkè pé helicopter kẹ ó wá sísàlẹ̀ ó come close down ìkan náà àwọn Fúlàní wọn ń tọ́jú bàbá yẹn pé kí ló ń wòkè fún ṣe mọ̀ pé kó tó lè dé stage yẹn ṣe mọ̀ pé bàbá yẹn ní ọ̀wọ̀ lára ni normally ó yẹ kó yìnbọn pa lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ but ẹni tó bá ní ọ̀wọ̀ lára ọ̀wọ̀ yẹn á máa ṣiṣẹ́ fún ẹ ọ̀wọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ fún bàbá yẹn ni o ìtọ́filọ́ tọ́ọ̀chẹ̀ yẹn ọ̀wọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ fún ni ìyẹn tó ń pè nílẹ̀ Yorùbá nìyẹn ọ̀wọ̀ ló ṣiṣẹ́ fún nìyẹn ọ̀wọ̀ ló ṣiṣẹ́ fún ọ because bàbá yẹn ò rí tó bá rí gunmen tó máa dúró fún gunmen ni ó padà sálọ náà ni ẹ̀ka máa kà fún yín nísìn because èmi ti kà kí n tó wá ṣe program wọ́n ní even in Europe just one person always on the farm bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó kọ́ ẹ̀ pé tractor nìyẹn máa lò bẹ́ẹ̀ ni even in Europe right lóòótọ́ because at least èyí ni ẹ̀ máa jókòó sínú tractor a máa fi jókòó lọ a máa fi bọ̀ tó bá fi harvest lọ máa ń kọ́ àwọn èèyàn lọ. Only one gunman touched him beside and asked what are you looking up for? He said helicopter tó wà lókè yẹn ni. The gunman with the AK-47 asked him what concern you with the helicopter? Kí ni kàn wọ́n tó ń wò kí ni kàn pẹ̀lú helicopter? Ṣé ìwọ ló ní nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ lókè? That is why he's looking at it. The farmer ran home and left his bicycle in ọ̀kadà ó padà sálọ náà ni. Now ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe analysis ibẹ̀ yẹn ká tó lọ sí number 3. bọ́ọ̀ tẹ̀ sọ fún wa pé helicopter bá ń land èmi sì rí kan recently àṣọpọ̀ gbogbo àná la rí tó circulate lórí social media pé helicopter yẹn tẹ̀ ó padà láǹdì bí helicopter ti bí yẹn náà ló wá láǹdì o àmọ́ nísìn ṣe mọ̀ pé àwọn Fúlàní yẹn fúnra wọn ló rìkọ́dì helicopter yẹn kò ń ṣe pé yẹn kankan ló rìkọ́dì ilé àwọn náà lọ rìkọ́dì àwọn náà lọ post ẹ̀ sórí ṣe mọ̀ pé torí èmi àtàkì Fúlàní ní TikTok ṣe kọ́kọ́ já mi wálẹ̀ mo àpilẹ̀ wọ̀ gbọ́ whereas the same Fúlàní post àwọn gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn wa wọ́n ń ṣó ìbọn TikTok aláwọn. These are very nasty social medias that glorify. Tí bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń sọ̀rọ̀ jákàjàká nísìn Instagram mi méjèèjì ní sọ ma shut it down méjì mi ló ṣiṣẹ́ padà nísìn Ọláyọmí àti Koiki Media but tí bá go very angry nísìn ó máa rí reaction mi kọ̀mpútà ni o ẹ máa wonder pé báwo ló ṣe máa ń shut yín down àwọn ti program ẹ̀ síbẹ̀ tí bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pé Fúlàní all the time gan wọ́n máa shut wa down. Now tó bá jẹ́ pàwá nísìn ni mo ní ká gba helicopter ká fi lọ já awareness ká ṣe flyer ká lọ distribute ká dẹ̀ wá fún ní price helicopter yẹn pé iye báyìí la máa fi rent ẹ̀ o ṣé mọ̀ pé máa distribute ẹ̀ máa ní ẹ̀fẹ̀ dáwó yẹn ṣé mọ̀ pé kàn ṣe flyer làwọn lè lọ distribute ìbọn ni o ìbọn gidi àtàwọn oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ìjà àwọn ò ní nǹkan ìjà o but one thing is tó bá di pé ká dá owó ẹni tó dáwó á fẹ́ mọ kí ni àwọn tó ń dáwó tán kí lè fi ń ṣe. We are too inclusive people because trust àwọn tó wà níwájú reason tó dẹ̀ máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé àwọn kan náà ló máa ń fi distrust yẹn sí ẹ̀yin lọ́kàn. You think it's cheap láti gbé helicopter dìde that means pé àwọn tá à ń bá fa wàhálà yìí they are well equipped and well funded. Màláfíà ti sọ mo ní spare phone ni mo bá play video Màláfíà yẹn fún akagbọ́ mo dẹ̀ lè máa lo TV mi láti ibẹ̀ yẹn ní spare phone mo dẹ̀ ní iPad àbí tablet I will have played for us to listen to. Màláfíà said it. Màláfíà sọ mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa tẹ́wà lórí ìjókòó ẹ má bínú pé mo dárúkọ yín látẹ̀kọ́. Eléyìí kọ́ ni mo bá wá sọ̀rọ̀ program eléyìí kọ́ ni tí mo ń ka yìí nísìn mo kọ̀ wá pé torí àwọn èèyàn tábà rí wa ní sàn àwọn sọ fún yín wọn ní ṣe rálì lọ́lọ́pàá especially bọ̀bọ̀ Koiki yẹn because our people are humans that tá a bá ti rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn à ń gbàgbọ́. But like I said, our leaders that are capable are very highly intelligent than anybody. Oríṣiríṣi advice tẹ́ bá mú wá màá kọ́ máa ní mo ti gbọ́ ni advice tẹ́yìn mú wá yẹn báwo lẹ́yìn ṣe mọ̀ pé majority ẹ̀ àwọn leaders wa they have not looked into it. Ẹ lọ bá Russia ẹlòmítẹ̀ ní ká lọ wá machineries ohun ẹ̀kan rent machineries ṣáwa tí à ń dáwọ́ walkie-talkie tẹ́yìn kan mọ́ọ̀nì lórí ẹ̀ lẹ́fẹ́ lọ gba machineries àwa gangan ní machineries ara wa àìtí equipped àwọn ọmọ wa nílé àníkàlọ́ wa machineries àwọn tó wà nílé wà capable àwọn kan náà tí mo rẹ̀ sọ níjẹ́ the last program mi àwọn kan tán ní kọ́ lọ ṣe kinní yẹn àwọn náà lọ tún wá sínú group tí group tí Ṣèyí Tinubu ti fa àwọn ohun ẹ̀ sínú ẹ̀ wọ́n ní ibi tẹ́ kó wa lọ ibi tẹ́ ṣe díìsì tẹ́ ṣe dáàtì ẹnu yín ò lè bọ̀ délẹ̀ wọ́n á lo èdè pé ṣé gbogbo team tí Tottenham ní ló ń bá bọ́ọ̀lù throughout the season ẹlòmíì wà bẹ́ẹ̀ kò fẹsẹ̀ kan bọ́ọ̀lù lórí pitch rí but ó ń bá wọn ṣe training ó mọ wáyé tó ṣe training so that ìjọ kan bá wà tó bá nídẹ̀ wàá lè lò but ẹni tó train tó bá gbé wá sórí field kò lè gba 2 minutes ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ máa ṣe kì because we are talking about gbígbà abitẹ ó máa pump ni but ìyẹn lọ ṣe ń train wọn whether they are players ẹlòmíì kan gba salary ẹni tó bá wá rò pé kárí ẹ̀ fi bàjẹ́ ẹ rántí wife mi ṣàlàyé ẹ mọ̀ pé mi ò mọ football púpọ̀ iṣẹ́ táwa kan fẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn, ká máa sọ fún yín pé injustice wà, kẹ́ máa dáwọ́ sí wa lápò, kéèyàn kan máa gbádùn, èmi ò fẹ́rù yẹn. I want every one of you to buy a ticket and go and watch Oseme ní Turkey. Not pé o fẹ́ lọ, o ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ travel, wọ́n ní kó wá gba visa torí Nàìjíríà. Stage tó yẹ ká wà nìyẹn. Now, wọ́n ní Oseme yẹn, tí n bá pronounce orúkọ dáadáa, bọ̀bọ̀ footballer tó wà ní Turkey tó ń play fún Galatasaray ni mo sọ jàre. Ṣé mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní wọ́ọ̀ ló ṣe kúrò níbi tó wà, something like that. So what am I trying to say is that some of you that have been given some kind of training, for whatever training, let me just leave it like that without going into all the details. Kí ló dé tẹ́nu yóò kí n bò nù? No, kí ló dé tí ẹnu yín máa wà rough? Tí tẹ bá jókòó sínú ilé, tẹ wà frustrated nítorí pé àìtí débi tá à ń lọ. Ó wá jẹ́ kẹ́ jáde, kẹ́ wá gbéra, kẹ́ wá fi fóònù, kẹ́ wá kẹ́ ṣé wàá kó lọ síbẹ̀, ṣé wàá lọ síbẹ̀, kí wàá àwa lò fún kankan. Kí ló dé tẹ̀ kí shut up ẹnu yín? Ṣé ìyẹn náà la máa sọ fún pé ìjọba ìlànà àjáde o, sódà kẹlẹ̀ compromise ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹnu yín yẹn ló máa fi jẹ́ kọ́ ẹmọ tó burú jù láyé òní kọ́ ambush èèyàn, tó bá ambush yín wá pa gbogbo yín dànù, ó dàbẹ̀ lóògùn lára wá pa yín dànù. Kí lè rò pé àwọn sójà fi ń sunkún? Because sójà tó fẹ́ lọ pa Fúlàní, wọ́n ti sọ fún Fúlàní pé ibi tó máa gbà lélẹ̀, ẹ̀yin ṣàdúró sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ bíbà kẹ́yìn kan dúró báyìí, ṣe rí ibi tó fẹ́ gbà kọjá yẹn, tẹ́ máa fi pa gbogbo wọn tán, kò sẹ́ni tó máa gbọ́. Helicopter land sí Kwara State, kò ń ṣe pé a ṣe mọ̀, but this is just another evidence to back it pé Kwara State yẹn okay tó bá ti lásìkò, because Kwara ó close mọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n àbí wọ́n mọ̀ pé tó bá ti wá sọ́nà Ondo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá pọ̀ lérí àyìn dáadáa, kò ń ṣe pé kò sí Yorùbá náà ní Kwara, but ó ṣeé ṣe ká tètè rí wọn. Wọ́n lè máa land sí Ondo náà, I don't know, because tẹ bá rántí mo ń bọ̀ àgbọ̀ sórí yẹn mọ́. Osun State, we heard that there was Boko Haram around December. Mo fẹ́ lọ mú article yẹn wá ni o, tẹ bá rántí. Sahara Reporter, mo ń bọ̀ Osun State, Yafi State is. Tẹ bá rántí pé wọ́n ní wọ́n dictate àwọn Boko Haram ní December 2024 ní incident yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀, kódà January la tó gbọ́, it was around January la gbọ́. Story yẹn lélẹ̀ lórí Premium Times, just to tell you that what we need to focus now is that we are going to exit and we are going to wait for Baba Akintoye and Igboho to give us the announcement that we're all waiting for. It doesn't matter how you are in a hurry. You cannot be in a hurry more than Baba Akintoye. Baba yẹn ti pé 90, like I said. Akọ̀ǹbẹ̀ Ọlọ́run pé kọ́lọ́run fún bàbá yẹn lẹ́mìí gúngún àtàlàfíà ni. Pope gan pé 90 tó fi kú. Yes, Pope died at 88. So ẹ lè wà in a hurry tó Baba Akintoye pé kó rí pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá gba country ẹ̀ kọ́lọ́jọ́ tó dé kọ́lọ́run fún lẹ́mìí gúngún. That's what we are praying for. Let me give you the headline. This was Premium Times, January 10, 2025, Ọdún. Court approved 60 days detention of Boko Haram suspect arrested in Osun State. That means pé àwọn tó já weapon fún wọn Kwara, wọ́n wá move weapon yẹn gbanúgbó títí tó fi dé Osun State, tó fi set up camps there. An order is hereby made enabling the State Security Service, aka DSS, / applicant to detain the respondent, àwọn Boko Haram, for 60 days pending the conclusion of investigation. I'm sure for 60 days take now. Let's look at it. January 10, the article. 10 January to February, that's 30 days. February to March, that's 60 days. Àti wà ní May, àdìgbọ́n kọ̀ọ̀kan mọ́. Case yàn dẹ̀ wá síta mọ́ again. Why is that case? Okay, bí a kò lè pé 60 days bí a ṣe máa pé 60 days ní mọ́ǹtì ni tàbá ní ká má ka January mu ká mú láti February to March 30 days, March to April ó ti pé 60 days now. The question now is ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ DSS pé kí ló dé tí kéèsì yìí ò ti wá sí Supreme Court àbí High Court l'Abuja. Mo kí gbogbo yẹn wá. Why? This is a country that is abating and protecting the terrorists against the citizen. And we can no longer live together in such a country. We can no longer live together in such a nasty country that cannot protect its own citizen. Nigeria is a failed state, and there's nothing you can say anymore. We need to go. But Tinubu is not going to let you go, because Tinubu has an ambition to go further for 2027, and it's going to be a battle between us and him. Battle new. Don't let anybody fool you that ere new is a real battle, but it has to be. You cannot have conventional war with any army around the world. But what you can do to defeat them is to mobilize your people and tell them why you are mobilizing them for, which is what we have been doing in the last 5 years. We are mobilizing our people, and so far when we call rise up, not to defend Tinubu, not to attack him, but we are mobilizing them because we are under siege of Fulani that have destroyed not just us, but destroy our true identity that Britain is working with. Let's go further. A federal high court in Abuja has given the State Security Service, the DSS, to go ahead to detain 10 suspected terrorists who had planned to launch a Boko Haram and ISWAP cell in Osun State for 60 days pending the conclusion of the investigation. They are watching the investigation. Justice Emeka, in a ruling on the expert motion moved by the DSS lawyer Y.I. Umar, another Fulani man, I can tell you that Umar tó dárúkọ yẹn Fulani gidi ni gbogbo wọn. You know what they've done it for a very long time before Tinubu came to power. Gbogbo structure DSS pátápátá is under a Fulani caliphate. Gbogbo security apparatus of Nigeria has always been under the Fulani caliphate. When Tinubu came to power, he started taking out these out. Oh yeah, remove the IG, Fegbeto Kunsi, a Yoruba man. Even though his tenure has expired, Tinubu refused to let him go. Because Tinubu is still the Yoruba, me to my replace it. Lagbaja was put as the chief of defense staff. He was killed. People know that Lagbaja was killed. They took him out. But one person that stand out is the new director of the DSS, Ogun State. Maybe some of you don't know. It's from Ogun State. The current director general of the Department of the State Services in Abuja is Adiola Oluwatosin Ajayi. Is from Ogun State, my state. As usual, very intelligent Yoruba people. But he's doing the job that he believes he has to do as somebody that has been with the DSS that will have never had the privilege to have been in the top. Power. But what Adiola cannot do is that it does not matter his own say as the director. Half of them are Fulanese. I hope you understand how this game is working. When you are saying that, why are they not doing anything? Adiola is giving directives. Go after the Boko Haram and take them out. Do investigation and present it to the court. But there's always a delay because the shaitan of Sokoto, the devil, tó pè rẹ̀ ní Sultan, ọmọ Usman Dan Fodio, ó mọ̀ páwọn làwọn kọ́ àwọn Fúlàní síta kọ́ máa ṣe jàǹbá fún gbogbo wa. So as much as Adeola wants you to have a free passage of traveling across Nigeria without being attacked by Boko Haram, he cannot control all the Fulanis that are in the DSS because they're not going to listen to him. The worst thing you can have is an organization where you have people that are disloyal to you. Even if, as me, Koiki Media, if my staff wants to compromise me, they know what they will do. And they will compromise the whole Koiki Media. And the brand continues to be destroyed underneath. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So not that DSS is not working, but the working is not going to show because the half of the population of the DSS in Abuja and across Nigeria today are all Fulanis. Most of them, you might think that they are not red. And when you're Kawi, Kawi, Fulani Kawi, DSS in Abuja. They have sent them to Italy, Spain, America, to go and do training, 2 days training, 3 days training. Money Uncle Connie, Muritala Airport. All these flights, plane could land. And every time they should send him for training, they are not sending him to training. He comes to London. I've seen him a few times when he comes to London. Go to the movement. Send them for training abroad. One call us training to one Zaria. Why be our Awusa? Our Awusa Fulani ni won. Them Fulani yato si Awusa. Why be our yen lost abroad while she training? Because one nika on lost training no. What they now do is they squeeze them. They squeeze instead of going for a training like going to take 10 days. Why squeeze one we call us 4 days? So it has been the game by the Fulanis. That's why the whole system that Tinubu wants to create is wasting his bloody air time. Who can waste time already? And Tinubu might end up being killed by the same set of people that killed Abiola. So as we have a Yoruba man that is from Ogun State, you will expect that the kidnapping, they can trace them. Why are they not tracing them? He's giving them the directive, they're not listening to him. And it cannot be everywhere. And one more because she mad she can't compromise that department because only head loto, but it's only your lie to my fikuro nibe. This is why we're saying to all these Yorubas that are burning their energy while they do Kadoso. They are bloody wasting their time because Gbogbo policy. Where is the policy that Yemi Osinbajo did while he was in Buhari? Because they work for Tinubu. So when those of you that are saying that Jagaban for 2027, okay. So Tobawa 2031, kilo mashele. I don't think some of you know that the North will never allow Nigeria to prosper. We know because we've had it from a Hausa guy. Only you better cut Hausa out of Nigeria if you want to progression. And there's nothing called Hausa because 1806, the Fulanis have already invaded Hausa land. So what you have today is Fulani kingdom, not Hausa kingdom anymore. So let's go back to the article before we go back to number 3 of what I was reading about helicopter that landed in Kwara State. You might start thinking, kilo an helicopter here. Shonjelowa deliver a weapon. Your guess is as good as mine. So when some of you are saying that, no talk, yes, but we must continue to tell ourselves the truth. For those that are still in doubt, the Yorubas that are playing with their lives, that they want to fix Nigeria because Tinubu is there. Tinubu knows very well that the country is dead. just like Yugoslavia was dead. But the leaders of Yugoslavia refused to accept the truth, and nothing but the truth, that this country died and the indigenous people wants to move on. And eventually, they refused to allow the people to move forward. And that led to a lot of crisis. And I have this from Babawa Ajala as one of the things he sent to me some few months back during this movement. Dissolution is the solution. It is time for us to exercise this power of sovereignty that we have wasted and sold under the guise spurious elections over the years. I can parọ́ fúnra wa, ká lọ vote, ó máa fún wa ní future. I read Tinubu's post on his Twitter handle telling the gullible Nigerians again the lies that the politicians are very good at. And I'm trying to pull that up quickly. Many things we're doing simultaneously so that many of you can understand the game. It's back on again by the politicians. If you're expecting any governance from Tinubu for the next 2 years, there will be no more governance because that died a long time ago. I quote May 27, official handle of Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the X, the President Commander-in-Chief, which is what he wanted to be, because MKO could not have it, even though they've given MKO, but MKO died. So Tinubu is enjoying exactly what he believes that many Yoruba people that would have loved to. He has what it takes to have been what he has been today. But the future of the Yoruba is no longer in Nigeria. He can deny it in his own heart. But Babakitoye have told him in a letter that I'll be reading again tonight, or this morning. The end of Nigeria is coming. It will be bloody. There's no doubt about it. But Yoruba people will be free. Biafra will be free. Hausa will be free. Ijaw will be free. Nigeria will be destroyed. There's no doubt about it in my mind. There will not be election in 2027. There will be a civil war by the Fulani against the rulers of Nigeria. We cannot wait for such. We are better off to prepare as we are right now and wait for the call, the trumpet, to troop out and demand our right that will lead to our declaration and our independent country. Whoever doesn't want that, fuck you, I say. We are not going to wait for you. We will go ahead without you bastard Yoruba people that wants to keep us in Nigeria so that Fulani can come and kill us with their economic plan as Dangote and BOA. Destroy the Yoruba economy against their own. We will destroy Nigeria from top to bottom. Nigeria will not exist again. If you want to die with this world, you better die now. Bomb bastards. Look at the lie Tinubu says again. Let me use my glasses because of my eye. Another 419 drug lord. Think that we can be fooled by all this nonsense write-up by some of his writers, because Tinubu is not on social media. He told us that he doesn't like social media. So somebody's writing this and posting this rubbish. And bastard Yoruba people will go and be laughing and say, yes, we told you, Yoruba people, give the variation now and come and join Tinubu. Idiots all over the place. Today I celebrate the heartbeat of our nation. It will go better for you. Which your nation? It will go better for whoever wrote this and whoever is behind it. What nation? Is Tinubu a bastard? So is he telling me that Babakitoye doesn't know what he's talking about? Tinubu Montiba Bawula also that Nigeria is just a mere geographical location. Which nation is Nigeria? What is the land of Nigeria? Bastard Yoruba people telling us to shut up. And it's showing idiots. You will see what is going to happen when we come out. ìjà ni a fẹ́ jà kò ń ṣe rally o, ìjà gidi. Ẹ má yẹ kẹ́ni kankan fún yín. I am saying it now. If you think that you're coming out for a rally, you will be killed. You will prepare for whatever is going to come our way. Tó bá pa wá máa pa wọ́n. I've said it. You don't allow enemies to kill you. You kill them back. Today I celebrate the heartbeat of our nation, our children. Which children? I just told you that a young child was killed in Kwara State. Olori Buruku Tinubu cannot tell me that he did not know that. He knows. Which children is he talking about? Ṣé ọmọ tó bí ní Ìbàdàn ní 2 weeks ago, ọmọ kókó tọ́jú sínú omi ló fi bá mi sọ. Which children is he talking about? One bastard Tinubu telling me rubbish. All these criminal politicians, no go better for every single one of you. We will destroy everything. No good, yeah. You would think we are joking. You would think you are joking. Gbogbo pátá láti list. You're not running anywhere. Any salo see any bloody way. Gbogbo yín pátá àjọmọ̀ wà nulẹ̀ náà ni. If you think you're going to run away through the borders, people are waiting for you at the border. Ìbọn ló máa fi yọrí ẹ̀. One bastard, then you lose shit. Èyí fẹ́ sálọ àbí? Try to run out when the rally starts and think you will run out of Nigeria. We will all be in Nigeria when it happens. One bastard all over the place. You are not just our future. You are our leaders. Olori Buruku Tinubu sọ eléyìí. You think that you can gaslight us with all this nonsense right up from the British Empire. You are not just our future. You are now our leaders, our light, our reason to build a better Nigeria. You know, go better for whoever wants to build a better Nigeria. Whether now your pastor, now your imam, you know, go better for every single one of them. And surely you know, go better for every single one of you. If anybody ever tell us that you want to build a better Nigeria, or fucking better Nigeria, no go better for every single one of you. It's surely that Nigeria will be destroyed. We will destroy it. You will not enjoy it anymore. Okudia. Bastard all over the place. I want you to join your meta and say, you're going to build a better Nigeria. You had 26 years, all these bastard politicians, past and present. Fayoshe stole billions. They can't jail him. Nyamaji pop Egbagbe in the prison. Do you know how many Yoruba people that are innocent living in the prison in the last 5 years? Okudie. Every child deserves to grow up safe. Did you hear that? Tinubu is telling us that every child ó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti gbé ní safe place. Are you safe? Why is Tinubu moving with every convoy? Kò ṣe máa lọ quietly with 4 convoy. Even without every convoy, they can blow up that bridge, the Fulanis. From bastard politicians, criminal politicians all over the place that have destroyed Yorubaland for their own selfish gain. You're going nowhere. Every one of us will be at home when the rally starts. They back track if it's lost anywhere. At the mark you down, lost anywhere. Gbogbo wa jọ máa wà nínú ilé ni. Ẹ fẹ́ try láti sá lọ. Ṣebí ṣe gómìnà lé padà yẹn. Wọ́n máa lé gbogbo yín padà. Bí plane yìí bá ṣe land, wọ́n máa dá padà. Because we are monitoring every one of you, even if you're going to fly out from Ghana or Cotonou or wherever you want to fly out from. Because I don't think that airport will be functioning when that rally starts. Okudie. Nílé gba Nigeria sá lọ, we know that. Gbogbo border tẹ́ fẹ́ gbà sá lọ, people will be waiting for you. Àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ fi àjẹ wọn dóde ní border tẹ́ fẹ́ gbà sá lọ yẹn. Àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ fún ní opportunity. Ẹ wá gbàbẹ̀ sá lọ. No vehicle will move into the border when we start the rally. We will all witness it together. You lose. Every child deserves to grow up safe, heard, and free from fear. This is what Tinubu wrote December 27, Democracy Day. Think they're fooling us as they've done for 26 years. Bullying, violence, and neglect have no place in our home, schools, or digital space. Under the Renew Hope agenda, we are taking bold action from reforming laws to strengthen community protection system and expanding nutrition healthcare, and education. And today, I am launching the say something, do something. You know what I use all the time? You say something, you say it. I don't know what you copy. Say it, sorted. That's the way we use it in UK. Toba theory. Look, I can be in my house in the UK and I can just look at my window and I feel uncomfortable with the car. I have the right to call the police. The car can want me, but I won't feel comfortable with it. A patrol will be sent and they'll ring me back and say, Mr. Koiki, everything is fine. Thank you very much. Try police station at the listen. This is 4 a.m. If call any station in your local government right now. Because sọ fún wọn pé ó dà ń gbóhùn gbọ́ fèrèfèrè. Shut any telephone line. You see why they have deceived us for too long. Kò ṣe pé kò sówó láti equip to ground station here. Call any police station. This is 4 o'clock in the morning. Call any police station right now. You see why we cannot wait in Nigeria anymore? Why we need to exit this bastard country called Nigeria that British created? Why we need to dissolve right now, as dissolution is the solution. It is time for us to exercise the power of sovereignty. Afegba sovereignty wapada. And that means our heart must be strong and we must remain focused. No. Ready. Our mind. To bá gbéra gan tó prepare. Our mind, we must know what we really want. Kí la fẹ́? A fẹ́ sovereignty wa. Kò ń ṣe rally la fẹ́. A fẹ́ sovereignty wa. Rally is just the stepping stone to the next stage. That we have wasted. Britain fún wa ní a wasted 65 years of our lives. All the politicians that I've mentioned, especially those recent governors, they are not even up to 70 years old. That means Baba Akintoye is 30 years older than every fuckery of one of them. Baba Akintoye is 30 years plus older than all your governors in Yorubaland today, including Kwara and Kogi State. See, Baba Akintoye Bateju, he been by 40 years. And all these bastard politicians will now come and tell us again that another election is 2027. The same election that you have not even given the people to do what they call free access to vote for who they want. Conscious election tan return ballot box, ton sun ballot box do shodi, ton ra àwọn ọmọ ta. Ṣé election la àwọn yẹn náà? In that nonsense and 419 country, like Britain rigged the election in 1959. Kò ní dá fún gbogbo yín. From bastard all over the place. Wicked politicians. We know where you live. Gbogbo yín pátápátá. All your houses has been marked down. We know every single of your movement. Gbogbo yín pátá láti mọ gbogbo movement yìí. Ó kù díẹ̀. I'll leave it like that. Ẹ wá sá lọ. Gbogbo plate number mọ́tò yín pátá tí wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó yẹ kó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ní sórí gbogbo yín. Ó kù díẹ̀. Chinchin ni mo kàn fún yín. Èyí tó kù wọ́n ní Koiki ò ní láti sọ. Kàn sọ fún yín ni. Gbóhùn ẹ̀ kó lọ change mọ́tò ẹ̀. Àwọn tó monitor ẹ̀ wọ́n monitor ẹ̀ lójoojúmọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe monitor wa làwa náà monitor yín. Gbogbo groups yìí pátá la wà náà ẹ̀ àti infiltrate gbogbo groups yìí. Gbogbo WhatsApp group ẹ̀yìn olóṣèlú pátá PDP ní APC ní títí kan ti ṣòwò rẹ̀. We've infiltrated every single one of you. You think we are joking this time around? Take one step, we will take 6 steps. Ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń béèrè pé gbà òní rálẹ̀ máa dé. Ẹ ṣe sùúrù. Ṣé ń lọ lábẹ́lẹ̀? Kò dé. This was Ango Abdullahi, bó ṣe sọ in a summary in his various write-up. This amalgamation isn't working. Therefore, it has to be dissolved. But Tinubu ò fi dissolve olè ajíbolè olè kí ló mú padà láti UK. Tinubu iṣẹ́ wo ló ṣe? Pension wo ló ti gbà l'Amẹ́ríkà? Savings wo ló ní that you return back in 1999 and you become Jagaban? Tó bá ṣe pé olè tó jà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ni olè níwọ náà, olè níyẹn Tinubu. Gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ olè ajíbolè. ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan ló ràn lára ẹ, kò sí nǹkan tó lè fi wá ṣe. Ó lè àmọ́ bí a Fúlàní kan nìyẹn. Mo suspect pé Fúlàní Tinubu ò kì í ṣe ọmọ Yorùbá. Títí wọ́n bá jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ni bàbá tó lè bí ẹ lọ́mọ á máa sọ̀rọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ò ṣiṣẹ́, ìwà wa máa sọ fún wa pé kí ló kà níbẹ̀ nísìn pé the future wo ló ń sọ. Ó lè ìwọ náà tún fi tà wá fún àwọn West, àwọn Fúlàní tà wá, ìwọ náà tún tà wá lọ. Ó kù díẹ̀. Ẹ sọ fún Ṣèyí Tinubu, kìlọ̀ fún bàbá ẹ̀ tó ń tẹ̀ ń pera yín, ìwà àti bàbá ẹ̀ àti Rẹ̀mí Tinubu ẹ̀ tó gbogbo ẹni wọn fi sọ ẹ̀ tó ń tẹ̀ ń pera yín. Ẹ jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ya sí títì, ẹ̀ tó ń tẹ̀ ń pera yín. Ó ní jẹ́ gọ́ọ̀fù Lagos State, kàkà kó di gọ́ọ̀nà Lagos State á destroy gbogbo ẹ̀ pátápátá àti gbogbo government house àti everything will be fucking destroyed. Ẹni sórí lè mú sọ. Kàkà kó di gọ́ọ̀nà Lagos State yẹn ẹnu ẹ̀ lájọ wà, ẹnu ẹ̀ ní gbogbo àjọ wà. Let's go back to Angola. Ango Abdullahi. Only what election are you all doing? Which fake election? Which olórí burúkú election? Go and collect your PVC olóṣì. Gbogbo ètò ti gbà láti jẹ́ kí ló fi fún ẹ. Ó fi gba cup rice. Yorùbá nation yìí ti ń pẹ́ jù. No, èyí tó ti ń ṣe látijọ́ election tó ti ń ṣe látijọ́ kí ló fi ṣe? You keep quiet and wait for instruction. That's all I can tell you. Keep quiet and wait for instruction. Kò jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ kó le dáadáa. It has to be dissolved. And it will be dissolved. It's either it's dissolved by peace or it will be dissolved by war. Economy. If you don't want peace, American military man say, go and prepare for war. And you cannot fight a war with Nigerian government, conventional war. We will do this. We will do 10 times what IRA did with Britain. 10 times what IRA. Go and look at the history of the IRA, the Irish. Mẹ́wàá kan tí wọ́n ṣe fún Britain la máa ṣe fún Nàìjíríà. Mẹ́wàá. Not one, not two, not three. Mẹ́wàá kan tó ṣe fún Nàìjíríà gbogbo ni mo fi sọ. Ẹ má yẹ ká solve kìíní peacefully. Wàá rò kó lè gbénu ilé ẹ ṣe lọ pati. Fúlàní máa blow yín mọ́nu pati tẹ̀ lọ yẹn. Wàá ju bọ́ǹbù síbẹ̀ wàá pa gbogbo yín dànù. Ìyẹn olùṣẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá. Àná àwa nínú problem. Ẹ̀yin ṣe pati ojoojúmọ́. Ẹ̀yin ṣe bí pé kò kàn yín. Àbí ṣèbí torí pé wọ́n ti ṣèbí Àbújá ló fẹ́ blow níjọ́ ni. O rò pé mi máa àwọn la fẹ́ blow yín. Àwọn akọ́ra fẹ́ blow yín. Àwọn Fúlàní ló máa blow gbogbo yín dànù. We saw the suicide bomber in Abuja. Choma Nori, Ojundwe. Then our life have been wasted for 110 years if we play back to 1914. Ìyẹn Tito at 46. Mọ̀tí mo ń ṣe. Ẹ ní ṣoríire látòkèdélẹ̀ mo kí ẹ máa bí. Bomb bastard. 46 years old ni mí. Wàá sọ pé mo mọ̀ tí mo ń ṣe. Kò ní dá fún bàbá ẹ̀. A peaceful dissolution is the next recourse. That's what we have been campaigning for. A peaceful dissolution. If you think we are joking, I am 46 years old. I have nothing. I have no fucking business in the UK anymore. And do I think America so very can I be níbẹ̀? Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lè mi wà. Ẹni ṣoríire. Mo wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá báyìí. Ó kù díẹ̀ ni. Ilé ò ní gba gbogbo wa pátá ni mo sọ. Ilé ò ní gba gbogbo wa. Ilé yìí kò ní gba gbogbo wa. Àtọ́ba o àti ìjòyè o. Ilé ò ní gba gbogbo wa. Ẹ ní lè rìn. Ṣèbí torí pé ẹ̀sìn ráyè rìn ni lẹ ṣe ń ṣe mi kẹlẹ̀. Ẹ̀sìn ráyè rìn ni. Nígbà tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá lè rìn. Ẹ wá mọ̀ tá a máa ṣe fún nígbà yẹn. But we can still have a peaceful dissolution. Tó bá fi gbélé abroad, kọ́ máa gbélé abroad. I've lived abroad for too long. Òrìbójú mi ṣe ń dán l'Áfíríkà. Mo mango kan lánàá nígbà yìí. Mo rò pé mo mú rẹ́rìn ní UK. Mango tó ti fi kẹ́míkà oríṣiríṣi pò. A peaceful dissolution is the next recourse. This is imperfectly 1914 amalgamation. Imperfectly olórí burúkú ayé àtọ̀run ní Britain. Olórí burúkú ayé àtọ̀run ní Britain. Olórí burúkú ní gbogbo ìran wọn tó kó wa sínú wàhálà yìí. Olórí burúkú ayé àtọ̀run ní wọn. For putting us in this situation pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn tó bá sign amalgamation pẹ̀lú wọn. Kò bá jọba ni kò bá jẹ́ whoever wọn ní sórí rẹ̀ wọn. Ìtọ́ bá ti kú ẹ̀ lọ́rùn. Ẹ kó gbogbo wa sínú wàhálà tàwa yìí. tàwa ní ká yọ wa kúrò under the leadership of Baba Akintoye. Èyí kan wá sọ fún wa pé ó ti ń pẹ́ jù. Ṣé Tinubu ló fẹ́ yọ yín ni? Ṣé Dangote ló máa yọ yín? Ṣé o lè ṣe tí Ìgbòho lè ṣe? Ṣé o lè ṣe? O rò pé Ìgbòho dùn mọ́ nínú ni? Ọdún mẹ́ta wọ́n ti síta. O sọ pé ó ti pẹ́ jù. Ó èlò ni wọ́n ti kó sílẹ̀. Ọmọ etí Ìgbòho ti lose. Ọmọ etí bàbá ẹ̀ ti lose. Nígbà tí ẹ̀mí àti ẹ̀tọ́ àtàjọ pàdé, nígbà tó wá ní nígbà tá a fẹ́ lọ ṣòkú bàbá, òkú ìyàwó bàbá, ló ṣe change sofa tó ń jókòó sínú ilé ẹ̀. Mo sunkún ni olówó wà dẹni tó kọ̀ ra ń gbé láàrin. I don't like talking about him all the time because I can cry. The dafun ní sórí rẹ̀ wọ́n tó ń sọ pé ó ti pẹ́ jù pọ́n pásítà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún ẹ. Ṣé o rò pé ń dùn mọ́ Ìgbòho nínú tó ń gbé níta ni? Ó mú gbogbo property wọ́n ti pa wọ́n bàjẹ́. Kí ni nǹkan mẹ́rin tí wọ́n bàjẹ́ lára tiẹ̀? O lè kanjú tó Ìgbòho ni? O rò pé kò kanjú ni? O rò pé ó dùn mọ́ nínú kó fi jókòó síta? You think it's cheap in Cotonou that he lives with his whenever he travel from Germany to bá wá sísàlẹ̀? Èèyàn nílé ní Soka. Ọmọ mansion ẹ̀ ni. I live in that mansion for more than 5 months. I went into his bedroom many times. I know the kind of lifestyle he was living. Air conditioning nínú Ìgbòho ọ̀npá 24/7. That AC never goes quiet. Ó wá dẹni tí kò sí air condition nínú tó ń gbé. Ó ní ṣoríire wo tó bá tún sọ pé Ìgbòho kò ní dá fún. Bàbá ò ní ṣoríire, ìyá ò ní ṣoríire, àwọn family ò ní ṣoríire. Ogun máa pa gbogbo family ẹni. Anybody tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ sórí tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ lóye anyhow ẹni ṣoríire. Ikú máa pa gbogbo yín ni. Anybody tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ lóye anyhow. The sacrifice that this man has given is just too much. Ẹ sanwó fún ni. Wà dẹni tí tó ń ṣí window odindi olówó. Ẹ ṣọ́ra yín o. Mò ń bọ̀ fún ẹni máa egun. Díẹ̀ lọ gbọ́ fídíò yẹn. Fídíò tó ní kò ṣe pé wọ́n náà ti ṣí àkáǹtì Ìgbòho. Wàá gbọ́rọ̀ bó fẹ́ farabalẹ̀ lọ gbọ́ fídíò yẹn. Ìwọ máa egun general ni mo bá sọ̀rọ̀. Bàbá ẹ̀ ni máa ránṣẹ́ sí lọ́la. Díẹ̀ gbọ́ fídíò yẹn. Àfi kí n má gbọ́ pé o sọ pé wọ́n ti ṣí àkáǹtì Ìgbòho kò ní dá fún bàbá ẹ̀ tó bá wà láyé kò ní dá fún. Tí ìyẹ́ bá ti kú kò ní dá fún gbogbo generation ẹ̀. Mo sọ pé wọ́n ti ṣí àkáǹtì olóyè Ìgbòho. Ṣé mi wá ń parọ́ ni? Kò ní dá fún ẹ máa egun. Ò ní ṣoríire níbikíbi tó bá wà. Àwọn ọmọ ò ní jèrè àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Ò ní jèrè àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Tó ń parọ́ mọ́ Ìgbòho pé wọ́n ti ṣí àkáǹtì ẹ̀. Àwọn ń fi yẹn ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ ni. Ṣé mo wá ń jáde mo sọ pé mo ń parọ́ mọ́ Ìgbòho pé wọ́n ti àkáǹtì ẹ̀ tí mo mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti ṣí àkáǹtì yẹn. Olùṣèlú burúkú jókòó sí Scotland ò ní wọ́n ti ṣí àkáǹtì Ìgbòho. O gbọ́dọ̀ fún wa ní evidence ẹ̀kọ́ ti ṣí àkáǹtì Ìgbòho. Ayé ẹ̀ máa bàjẹ́ lórí social media yìí. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ láfi máa tiẹ̀ jẹ́ farabalẹ̀ kí lọ wo fídíò yẹn. Máa sì tó bá dọ̀la máa fún ẹ ní details yẹn. A máa bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ lórí social media ni. Ìgbòho tó ń gbé inú ilé tó ń gbé ní Ìbàdàn. Yàrá tèmi gan sùn tó fún mi. Ó ní kí n má pa èsì yẹn. Mo ní bá mi ilé ti tutù fún mi. Ó ní kí n fi sílẹ̀ kó máa ṣiṣẹ́ lọ. Iná tí Ìgbòho ń lò ó fún títì 10 níná. Wà dẹni tó ń gbé ní Kútọ́nù tó ń tán ẹ̀ ní ṣoríire gbogbo yín pátápátá. Ó kù díẹ̀ fún gbogbo yín. Ó kù díẹ̀. A peaceful dissolution. A peaceful dissolution is the next recourse. This fucking amalgamation needs to go. Kò ní dá fún Britain lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Kò ní dá fún Britain. Ó kù díẹ̀ fún gbogbo yín. Yorubaland yìí ò ní gbé yín. Britain ni mo sọ. Ó kó gbogbo kingdom. Ó mú wọn kó wọn papọ̀. Ibo gbọ́n kan tá à ń sọ àwọn olórí burúkú wa máa bú wa àwọn náà ń bú wọn. Haúsá gbọ́n kan tá à ń sọ àwọn yẹn tó bá wà ní north àwọn èèyàn they believe in one Nigeria. Ọlọ́pàá ń dá wọn dúró ọlọ́pàá mú anybody nínú one Nigeria wọn. If you live in the north you will realize that you are in a different part of another country because ìṣesí wọn ó yàtọ̀ sí southwest. They don't respect any law. They don't respect any law in the north. Any small thing, they will spark and destroy anything. But but àwa máa wà patient because civilization ti wà pẹ̀lú àwa ti pẹ́. Yoruba groups of kingdoms was joined with the Caliphate, the Emirate nations, the Igbo Republican state, and other smaller nations have gone through continuous bloodletting. Mo fẹ́ respond sí ọkàn nísìn. Olórí burúkú pọ̀ láàrin wa, they are born bastard. And that's all I need to do. So I don't need to mention what he says. And nobody jolori buruku will just take you out. Okay? Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí platform yẹn tẹ́ ká nonsense tẹ́ni yẹn sọ tẹ́lẹ̀. Mo ti yọ wèrè dànù. Àwọn lórí burúkú, àwọn mú àlè. Àwọn ọmọ tí bàbá yín ò jẹun gidi. Ẹlòmíì gan bí ẹ lọ ṣe súná yín nígbà tó bí yín. Ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì súná fún yín nígbà tó bí yín. Ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì 7 days fún yín. Ẹ̀yin olùṣẹ́yìn ọmọ kéékèèké tẹ́ wà lórí social media. Idiot all over the place. Lẹ́yìn ìcháàjì mi ti kú lọ́wọ́ wa níbò mi. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, mad people all over the place. Mo kí ẹ̀yàrí Ọlámilékan. Mr. Lawale mo kí ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi fún mi lọ́lá bílẹ̀. Mo kí bàbá mi Rahim Abbas. Aziz Shakiru mo kí èèyàn yìí. Olórí burúkú ọ̀lẹ̀ wálé kí ló fẹ́ wá ṣe nílé. Scotland tó ń gbé àná ló máa wà bomb bastard. Ṣé Scotland ilẹ̀ bàbẹ́ mo kí ẹ Masby. Mo kí Mr. Nuruddin Ganilóyèdè mo kí ẹ. Ẹ máa retí interview mi àti Masby. Ó ń prepare lọ́wọ́ kò ní pẹ́ jáde. Mo kí Mr. Stephen Eshegani. Our life has been wasted for more than 110 years in that fucking shit old country tó ń pè Nigeria. Ìlú òṣì, ìlú wèrè. Inshallah, we shall get to our promised land. Islam is a peaceful religion in the southwest. It's not a peaceful religion in the north. Jihadist ni wọ́n. Is a peaceful religion in the southwest. I can say it anywhere. Ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n, baby girl. Ẹni ṣé ìyà ń jẹ àwọn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà ìṣá tàbá continue 2027. Ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n, but they're scared. And they're worried. But the scare part of it is what Baba Akintoye has diffused by telling Tinubu, Abayomi is called letter of Konsi Tinubu mo. Ẹ má rò pé letter àkọ́kọ́ tó máa jáde mọ́. That's the final letter. Orí Tinubu tó fi pé yẹn, orí ẹ̀ máa pé. Mo ń bọ̀ wá ka letter yẹn fún ilé ẹ̀kan sí. Mo kí Unique Baby, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thanks for joining. Tony Ages. Then, even in Europe, I'm padà sí number 3 of the Intosa and Similati Kwara, because I've been going different places. Moki Yoruba Nation Lafayette TV, gbogbo Hong Kong. Mr. Taiwo Oluwasegun, Sheffield Kolawole, good morning. Olatunji Table, good morning. Moki ní gbogbo Imo State. We saw how ritual continue in every part of Nigeria. Enugu, ẹ̀rí babaláwo tó ń rí èèyàn lẹ̀. Odindi ẹni tó lóyún lórí ìsàbẹ̀ ilé ẹ̀. You saw it, the video is online in Enugu. It's the same thing náà ló ń ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ayodeji Bolaji Mokia, thank you so much. Johnson and Johnson, gbogbo UK. Abiodun Wasiu, good morning, I love you too. We wait as our leaders will give us further details. I am waiting as you are waiting. Everybody will wait. But that will not distract. We must realign our focus. Sule Ademoki, Taiwo Alasi, good morning. Abiodun Wasi, good morning. Adewale Venture, thank you so much. Olakunle, good morning. Olademeji Oyeyemi, good morning. And that is on that side. Let's come back and say good morning. Babatunde Ni, which useless PVC? We are tired of voting all the time. Benny, Nigeria has no single hope to be sincere. Some kings there are supposed to be rulers. They are the major problem. King House, they cannot deny they know that I'm saying the truth. Mokile and Mr. Babatunde Ni, Ifagbemi. Tosin Michael, good morning. Isabel Oye Consola Ayegbokiki Eshegoni, good morning. Mokini gbogbo ìlú Ìbàdàn. Good morning, Mr. Owo Kenny. Ìyá mi Tóyìn Ọláoyè. Àwọn sister wa ìfẹ́lódùn àpapọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá. Àwọn tolóyè gbowó 5 and 6 ni quietly working. We love you, we appreciate you. Banki Kentos, Keki President now. Babatope Sukanmi Moki, Ashiri Kopo Elédùmarè, good morning. Gbogbo Dublin ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ló wà. Òkìkíọ́lá Moki Adébáyọ̀ Emmanuel. Moki Yawa Taiwo Lijadu, Yada Yala Barika. Wallahi, Obi Dani Kinra, gbogbo ẹ̀ ó ti gbẹ mọ́ bíbá. Màá ní láti ní kọ́ra mi. I've been very busy. Má bínú mọ́ mi. Love you too much. Some of you don't know what this country has done to some of our mothers. What if you are Jemogon? Adukwe, I only ladroti. Could you feel it? It's not easy not to have your children around you. That's the pain that some people are going through. This country has put a lot of pain in our heart, and we react sometimes with that pain. Pain Tigbo won't go through. Some of you don't know it. I know the pain. I don't have to tell you what pain. But it's going through a lot of pain. But most of the fighter pain is going through is that way. When we have what it takes, if we all work together simultaneously. But people don't want to work with him. Wickedness. They don't want to work with him. Rather, they want to make sure they compromise this movement and destroy Igboho and sell him out as they did in 2021. Hey, they did Amodisi. Most of Igboho jókòó sí Germany for now and give the instructions underneath. Traitors all over the place. Ẹ̀rọ̀pẹ̀ máa tún rí ìtẹ̀ṣe ní 2021 ṣe. Ìbí torí pé I was a little bit far away there nígbà yẹn. This time around, I've told him a lot of things, especially the few times we had the privilege to be together, especially in January. Those days in January that we spent together in London, I told him a lot of things. And I'm grateful that the wife also told him a lot. So tó bá rò pé wàá compromise olóyè Ìgbòho òun gangan ló máa forí ẹ̀ fàgbọ̀n. So better ìgbà yẹn tẹ́ ń béèrè pé gbà ló fẹ́ jáde a máa ní sùúrù fún olóyè àti bàbá Akíntóyè. Ẹ bá ti lè ní sùúrù ẹ bọ́ sí títì kẹ́ máa pariwo Yorùbá Nation rally kẹwọ́n tí Tinubu máa forí yín ṣe. But if we go together, nobody can forí wa ṣe anything. Okay? And that's why we have to wait for this man and Baba Akíntóyè. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ìyá mi Táíwò Lèjádù, Mama Dada, our beautiful mother. Ọlọ́ba ń forí jì sister wa, mommy wa, ìbejì. Aziz Badeshere, my brother. Mr. Abiodun Oluwole ní talk without reasonable action, unity first. Ara talk yẹn náà ló máa mú action jáde. ẹ̀yin náà kẹ́ ṣe ìdẹ́ bá lè ṣe. You cannot gain unity from every one of us. Nìkan náà tí mo kú nísìn 15 minutes ago lọ́sẹ̀ posted a sad incident involved a lady named Bridget. She passed away in her room and her body started to decay with maggot. Her neighbors only noticed after several days. You see? I'm only talking to see that. One of the most painful deaths. Loneliness. Kí ni mo ṣe sọ nísìn? Around 15 minutes ago, I checked the GMK. She posted 15 minutes ago. A sad incident involving a lady named Bridget Stephen happened. She passed away in her room and her body started to decay with maggot. Shockingly, her neighbors only noticed after several days. Bridget passing away was surprised as she seemed well until then. Her doors and windows were shut, her phone had no battery, but she was still listening to music with her earphone on. There were no signs of struggle before her unfortunate death. It is worth considering if our phones and internet contribute to our loneliness. We often get so absorbed in our screen. Loneliness gangan ló máa ń pààyàn. In tó ń pààyàn lábúrò nìyẹn. Ẹ̀rọ pààyàn tó wà lábúrò inú wọn dùn ni. Loneliness ni. Tọ́lọ́n bá tẹ̀tí wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé tó bá lọ tí wá lọ ní nìkankan tẹjọ́ ń gbé. Ọlọ́run bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe o kò lo statement yẹn ni o. Tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n nìkan ló ń dá gbé àwọn ọmọ ti lọ òtún wá lọ́kọ bí ọkọ ti bá tiẹ̀ lọ ti bẹ́ẹ̀ lómi lọ àbọ̀kọ ti kú. Loneliness. I don't think some of you know what is loneliness. Loneliness ló ń pààyàn. Loneliness kills faster than anything else. You wake up, o te kó tẹ̀ jí kó tẹ̀ ríyàn kan fọwọ́ gbá lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kó tẹ̀ pẹ́ fẹ́ ń bẹ tẹ̀ ń búra yín náà ni ìyá dìde kí ló dúdé o mọ́wọ́ ẹ̀tẹ̀sí rẹ̀ tí ń rí nǹkan bára yín sọ̀rọ̀ abroad wọ̀ ríyàn bá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹlòmíà tún lọ síbi iṣẹ́ títí. Terrible situation. Mo wo fídíò kan náà mo ti rí tẹ́lẹ̀ mo tún wò ní sinmi ṣe fi kọ́ mo sí Instagram mi phone yẹn shut down mo ti wá start again. Ilé kan tó wó ní Kòròdú ilé iṣẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ níjẹta ni o again 2 days ago fídíò yẹn mo wò lórí ilẹ̀ kejì nísìn kò sí ambulance kò sẹ́ni tí wọ́n kọ̀ lóde gbogbo wọn sínú mọ́tò ọlọ́pàá mo tẹ̀ kọ́ ló pé bí àwọn tó pààyàn ni wọ́n ibi inú ilé lọ́ọ́ ti kó wọn bọ́ta ẹ lọ wo fídíò yẹn lórí ilẹ̀ kejì Lagos State ní Kòròdú ilé yẹn wó òun ni victims being rescued from Lagos State wọ́n wá kó wọn sínú mọ́tò ọlọ́pàá wọ́n wá bòǹbàdì gbogbo wọn síbẹ̀ so owó tó ń mèkì ní Lagos State ọwọ́ ta ló wà ó wà lọ́wọ́ Tinubu náà ṣèbẹ́yìn náà lẹ́sẹ̀ pé fẹ́ràn Tinubu kí ló cost wọn bí accident ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ láti Kòròdú General Hospital kí ambulance bíi mẹ́fà ti débẹ̀ gbogbo oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ti débẹ̀ kọ́dẹ̀ máa kọ́ nìkan kan sínú ambulance èèyàn méjì ló lè kó sínú ambulance kọ́kọ́ wọn lọ ọwọ́ akógbó ẹ lọ wo fídíò yẹn ìlú yẹn ni wọ́n sọ fún mi pé ó ń bọ̀ wá dá orí ẹ̀ òpè ni mo sọ go and watch the video òun ni mò ń wò níwájú mi òun lélẹ̀ o rò pé mò ń ṣeré ni ìbọn òun ni see it mo fi ọ́díò díẹ̀ sí òrùpa bá jókòó sí ìgbà tá à ń sọ fún mi sórí wo bọ́ ṣe kó wọn sórí bọ́ ṣe ń gbé wọn sínú mọ́tò sórí wọn àwọn tọ́sẹ̀ rescue kàn sí sórí wọn ṣé country lélẹ̀ is this a country àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá náà ni o ṣùgbọ́n gbẹ́sẹ̀ wọlé o máa jábọ́ ẹ̀wọ̀n tó tàbí gbọ́n ìyẹn là ń kọ́ nígbà pé kó ìkìlì better don't waste your time because àwọn same people nísìn náà lọ́ máa ti wò mí àṣọpọ̀ àwọn kan báyìí nísìn àti rí mi láti ní kí n shut up ìyẹn kan sọ pé àwọn olùzọ̀ rẹ wọn kan níbẹ̀ ìyá ọdún fọ́rùn kẹ́ wọn Mr. Lawale kọ́lọ́mà àfọ̀rùn kẹ́ wọn ní yes I lost a friend there. This is what I am fighting for so that you have a good health care. Tinubu dẹ̀ sọ níbẹ̀ yẹn nísìn pé nínú nọ́nsẹ̀nsì tó kọ síbẹ̀ yẹn nísìn tẹ́ bá rántí tí mo ṣìkà nísinsìn Today I celebrate the heartbeat of our nation. Ìyẹn ní Kòròdú táwọn èèyàn ti kú tí wọ́n ní ambulance. Ṣé Lagos State ò lówó láti fi ra ambulance? Ṣé wọ́n ti rà sọ́ ti ta ni? Ṣé rántí pé ní Kòròdú yẹn náà nìyẹn kan lọ hanga rẹ̀ tó gba kẹ̀kẹ́ márúwá lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ bí a ní last year. You are not just our future. Ṣé future àwọn ilé tó ń kó lọ sínú mọ́tò ọlọ́pàá yẹn? Ṣé future yẹn? Àwọn tó ń sọ ìyẹn àkọ́kọ́ rò pé bí àwọn tó criminal ni wọ́n ni tó ṣe ń bọ̀. I was confused bí àti mo kọ́kọ́ rí fídíò yẹn pé ṣe bínú building lọ ti kó wọn jáde báwo lọ tún ṣe wá ń kó wọn sínú mọ́tò ọlọ́pàá báyìí. Àbẹ́lẹ́wọ̀n làwọn ilé ní àbí kinní kan. But they are humans that are living in the building. So when we sit here, we are angry, we are upset. Ìyẹn làwọn kan ṣe ní only 5% are ready. But 5% yẹn ló gbọ́dọ̀ rescue 95%. Ìyẹn kan tó wọ́n sọ nísìnyí pé ká lọ wá unity mò ń bọ̀. Sórí unity yẹn náà la máa jókòó tì. Okay? Unity yẹn ni kẹ́ máa wá. Tí kò máa fi máa pa gbogbo wa. Ìyẹn kan lọ́nà kú nísìn. Àbúrò ìyàwó àlùkà 2 weeks ago lọ́nà bágà làwọn yẹn náà kú. Àwọn ilé kan wà ó yẹ kó ti dà owó kó ti tún kọ́. Nígbà tí kò sí nǹkan tó wá inspected. Wọ́n máa fi kọ́lé ẹ̀ máa reduce material tó máa lò definitely ilé ẹ̀ máa collapse now. Ìgbà wo ni kò ní collapse? Ó máa láti collapse. And this is the reason why we are saying to our people that we need to exit. Nigeria is a death trap. Ó máa múyàn méjì mẹ́ta lọ ni, and it will create pain in our heart. Tí bá jókòó bẹ́ẹ̀ tí máa sọ fún yín pé you will not live up to 52 years tá bá wà ní Nigeria. Ẹ máa rò pé lọ́ni mọ̀ ń pa ẹni tó ń kú yẹn nísìnyí tá bá lọ wo age ẹ̀ ó lè má ti kó 40 years old. I am 46. I have enjoyed life for 20 something years tí mo fi gbé ní UK. Life tí mo gbé o ò tí lè gbé kò dìgbà tó bá ní owó. Gbogbo owó tó wà lákàùntì mi ní UK nísìnyí kò tó £300. Mo ní 220 kan síbi kan tí mo reserve. Mo lè máa sanwó lé mi. Mo ní £25 kan yẹn kan ṣe fún mi ní £25 kan wà níbẹ̀. Mo ní £2 kan níbì kan. Gbogbo owó tí mo ní lákàùntì mi kò tó £300, but mo ní fọkànbalẹ̀. Torí mo mọ̀ pé mo kàn fi support ìyàwó mi ni òun náà ṣiṣẹ́. So but ìwọ nísìnyí olówó òun ṣe ń gbá lákàùntì ẹ̀. Tó bá pè mí nísìnyí pé àwọn ọmọ ìlú àpapọ̀ hospital mo ní láti send owó sí wọn for hospital bill. Wọ́n ti yọ yẹn lára tax mi. Mo ṣe send the message sí accountant mi £400 accountant mi náà ó máa charge mi. Because mo gbọ́dọ̀ submit the tax return mi before May 30. Ó ti ní kí n send gbogbo bank statement mi wá. Mo ti send yẹn ní last week náà ni mo send. Ṣé ní Thursday àbí? Mo send ẹ̀ sí níjọ́ Monday. Monday ni mo send ẹ̀ sí. Mo dẹ̀ ní kó sọ kí ni bíìlì mi. Orílẹ̀-èdè ní ebe yẹn kò ń ṣe blogging tí ẹ̀kan rò pé organization ní bíbá. So when we sit here, some of you think that we joke here. Ẹ̀rù pé ni mo ń ṣe ní bíbá yìí. Bọ̀ òun lélẹ̀ nísìn accountant mi lélẹ̀ £400 ní bill mi tí mo ní láti san fún. Òun ló kọ sí bíbá yìí nísìn. Kọ̀mọ́ ní Dear Koiki Limited. Just a reminder that we have not received a payment for this invoice yet. Let us know if you have any question. Thanks for your business. Accountancy Service Limited. £400. Koiki Media Limited. Annual Accountancy Services. Last year, 500 ní mo san. 2022, 500. So tó bá rò pé bóyá àkọ́jókòó sí bíbá àmọ́ nǹkan tó yẹ ká lọ ṣe ni mo mọ tí mo lè lọ ṣe o. So yes, gbogbo wa ti ní àti ready, but let us just remain a little bit more patient for our leaders. O rò pé kó wọ̀nyí náà kí mi lọ máa lọ faṣẹ́ London kí n máa make owó ni. So rò pé iṣẹ́ òní mo ń ṣe láfíríkà nísìn mo kàn ń sùn mò ń jí. But sùn mò ń jí yẹn iṣẹ́ gidi ni, because every day my phone is on, calls máa wọlé throughout me. Advice, me a voice note. This, that, case oríṣiríṣi, ìtó kàn mí. So let's remain patient. We are going to get our country. Bí Baba Kito ṣe máa sọ. We will get that country, either we get it by peace or we get it by war. Economy méjèèjì ni. Tó bá ti ṣe ní peace. So let's go back. Kí n kẹ́yìn tí ẹ tó wà lórí our other channels quickly before we go further. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò mí, 13 people are watching us. ẹlòmíì ò mọ bí tá wà because well, follow instruction. All my platforms, you need to have notification ready so that when I go live, you can be able to listen. So I can't help you more than that. We are trying our best. Mo kí ẹ kẹ́kẹ́ okos forensic kìkẹ́ ń bọ́lọ́tì kí ló ń jẹ́ forensic kò sí forensic ní Nàìjíríà forensic kìkẹ́. Thank you so much, Mr. Olalekan. Wasted contraction ó kọ́ waste gbogbo ayé gbogbo wa at 40 plus olórí nǹkan kan ṣe ní Nàìjíríà. Do you know what it means that you want to do something in your own land? Oh, orí nǹkan kan ṣe. Mo kẹ́ńtà wà lórí Twitter àti Twitter space. So let's go further because àìsí parí ẹ tó bá fi lọ sùn ẹ lè lọ sùn èmi tí fi lọ sùn. So when I'm tired, I'll go back to bed. But ẹ tó bá fi lọ sùn ó dàárọ̀ tẹ́ bá jí kẹ́ download ẹ kẹ́ tún wò. Ango Abdullahi ó ní ẹ dissolve kìíní peacefully ó máa dógún o torí ẹ̀ tẹ́ máa ń sọ pé a máa jagun náà kò ń ṣe mímú náà a máa jagun ó ti dógún already báyìí. Ango Abdullahi ní ẹ jẹ́ ká dissolve Nigeria now so that peace kó lè reign but àwọn olóṣèlú ò fi dissolve ẹ̀ because inú bẹ̀ẹ̀dọ̀ tí ń gbàmọ̀ ayé tí wọ́n bẹ̀ làwọn tí ń jẹ kókó ọbẹ̀ wọn ní Nàìjíríà a gbọ́dọ̀ fọ́ sí wẹ́wẹ́ ni calabash yẹn a máa fọ́ ni mo kí ẹ máa bí ẹ máa dúró de máa bí àti Koiki Media mo travel ọba nínú Africa country tó wà ní mo travel kò easy láti lọ bá ẹni tó bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ mo kí ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun òní gbogbo àjọ ń ṣàìsùn ní sìn ó yẹ kí máa bí náà ti máa sùn báyìí. Bàbá yìí náà ti sùn bàbá lẹ́kìtì lágo mẹ́rin àbẹ́bẹ́ lọ káṣù bá ní bàbá lẹ́kìtì náà wà lórí ètò kò sóorun lójú gbogbo wa ṣé ìlú tí wọ́n mú jẹmujẹyàn wá máa sùn because o mọ the next plan àwọn Fúlàní dẹ̀ ní gbogbo Nàìjíríà gbogbo bísínẹ́sì tẹ́ ń ṣe Nàìjíríà Fúlàní ni. Mo kí yàwá code masbi ní fídíò wa máa jáde lẹ́ni tèmi àtẹjọ ṣe so kẹ máa retí ẹ mo kí wọn medias wa láìfẹ́ nìkankan sílẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ kí bàbá wa lóyè gbogbo is working round the clock ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ní unity bàbá is working round the clock I don't have to disclose anything èmi àtọlóyè sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá so he's working round the clock but I'm sure some of you will start noticing certain things within the next 24-48 hours. But ẹ̀yin dẹ̀ mẹ́rin pé rálì tẹ wá ní wá jáde nínú yẹn you wait you have to wait okay tó bá dẹ̀ lè wait ẹ bọ́ sí ìgboro Ìjẹ̀bú Òde kó máa ní Yorùbá Nation rally kò kúkú sẹ́ni tó máa mú ẹ tó bá dẹ̀ ti mú ẹ wà pé Koiki Media adẹ́pọ̀ lóye agbẹ́lẹ̀ but tá a bá jáde lọ in groups is better than going out as single because fi jẹ́ kí nǹkankan ṣẹ́ ní one of us. Ìyẹn la ṣe ń prepare the last part of it. Ẹni tójú bá ń kán nínú group jáde kúrò nínú group jáde sí títì okay let's remain patient and when we are talking we are not attacking àwọn àtàjọ ṣe Yorùbá Nation ṣẹlẹ àwọn tó believe yẹn àwọn là máa attack jù but ẹ máa mix ẹ up àwọn àtàjọ ṣe Yorùbá Nation ní Koiki bá àwọn yẹn ni ẹ mo ṣe ń bá wí because mo fẹ́ kọ́ gbọ́ràn. Now Ango Abdullahi sọ pé bloodletting, distrust, insincerity and the false pretense at unity nǹkan mẹ́ta yẹn ló ń ṣe wá lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ Nàìjíríà nìsín ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń sùn lójoojúmọ́ ni mo kí Mr. Taiwo Alase it shall end in praise bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bí àṣà lóye àwọn aláníṣe àgbẹ̀yìn but we have to come with strong energy. Bloodletting, distrust. Igbo wọ́n trust wa a lè gbọ́dọ̀ trust àwọn náà kódà lórí ìjàngbara a gbọ́dọ̀ trust ara wa but ó bẹ́tà báwọn ṣe ń push káwa náà push kájọ owó Nàìjíríà káwa jọ ṣe kíni kólúkálukú tètè ya maintain lẹ́nà àwọn tó wà láàrin wa ẹ má wọrí nípa wọn. ẹ̀yin ọmọ tó ń pè lófin ni tẹ́ bá mọ tó ń pè lófin òfin kan ò lè mú wọn nísìn torí Nàìjíríà ń gbájọ wà bó jẹ́ ká gba ìlú wa tán gbogbo àrà tó ń dá ní gbogbo state wa yẹn tó fi sọra wọn di King Kong òfin ni wọ́n ṣẹ̀ máa kọ̀fin ọmọ tán pè lófin law, wọ́n ṣẹ̀ máa kọ̀fin míì. Ṣé wá rí gbogbo tá à ń sọ yìí tí kò yí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ before I go further into the broadcast again. Àwọn kan rò pé bóyá kìíní yìí máa pẹ́, ó máa pẹ́ bákan bí àtẹ́ pé Koiki, but one thing is, tí Nàìjíríà bá die between now and the next 2 years, tàbá pánísìn ní kíákíá tí a gba independent country wa tó jáde, ṣe rí àwọn wòlíì kan tó máa ń ní àwọn ríran yẹn, then ẹ̀yin yá wá ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run, ṣe rí àwọn fídíò kan wà tẹ́ máa ń send kan ti bàbá wòlíì náà sírò láàyè. I don't want to see all those kind of nonsense videos. Ìgbà ó ní kó lóye má lọ sin ìyá ẹ̀, olóyè rẹ̀ ti sìn yẹ, bọ́ tún circulate fídíò yẹn, ìyẹn kò ń ṣe prophecy mọ́, fake nìyẹn. But ẹ̀yin ya wa máa wà tó Koiki Ṣotiri tí prophet Nasiru láì sọ, mo ní olóyè fúnra rẹ̀ gan wòlíì lòun náà. Bí bàbá confam náà sọ̀rọ̀ pé kó lóyè má wá sílé o, tó bá wá o kíníkan àti sìyà olóyè nísìn ó ti lọ pé 2 years báyìí. Ọtún bẹ̀rẹ̀ jáde nísìnyí o, ẹ má jẹ́ kó lóye wá sílé o, Koiki àgbàgà ìgbùgbù. Bàbá kúkú wà ń Germany tiẹ̀, oúnjẹ tọ̀ìtọ̀ ó ń tọ́jú àwọn ajá ẹ̀ àtàwọn ọmọ nílé, wà ń Germany. So why are you worried? Ẹ̀yin má worry nípa ẹ̀. Ṣákírù wà nílé, èmi wà nílé, bàbá Èkìtì wà nílé, Masbi wà nílé, àwa náà tó bẹ́ẹ̀ láti dìde. Olóyè bá dẹ̀ rí pé agbára wọn fẹ́ le ju ti ọ̀tá wa lọ, á lè máa bọ̀ ńgbà yẹn. But for now, they are capable hands at home. George Akínọlá wà nílé, àwọn tó wà ké, ẹ má jẹ́ kí wòlíì kankan jáde kí wọ́n sọ pé olóyè má wálé. Gbogbo wọn ẹ̀yin diaspora gangan ló ń gbé mọ́ra. Sí kankan tó ń rí, àwọn tó ń ríran àmọ̀ wọn, kò ń ṣe gbogbo ló ń ríran. Náà kẹ́ni kankan ríran sí wa. We like miracles. But bàbá yìí gangan ni miracle. Bàbá Akíntóyè, òun gangan ni miracle wa. Ilé gangan ló yẹ ká máa worship. Bàbá ìgangan ló yẹ ká máa worship, because olóyè gan kò lè sọ pé òun ò nífẹ̀ẹ́ bàbá ìtọ́kùn, ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ dénú, ó lóun ò lè dalẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀. Ẹkẹ́ni kankan wá sọ fún wa pé àwọn rí miracle kan, miracle wo lọ́n rí? Àníwọ̀ rí miracle kan, ṣe gbogbo wọn. Púpọ̀ ni wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ fún olóṣèlú. Àwa ti mọ gbogbo géèmì yẹn. Ọmọ náà ríran ẹ má jáde o, ẹ bá jáde fúnra lọ máa pa yín gbogbo jágbàjàgbà yẹn. Àwọn ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ sáwọn ẹni Ọlọ́run, bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ fún gbogbo wọn kó wà very careful, kó wà very careful. Àti wòlíì o, àti babaláwo, àti àfà, àdúrà ní kó máa ṣe fún wa. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ta fẹ́ gbà yìí o, kò bọ́ sí i. That's all. Mo ṣe kí èèyàn kan máa sọ fún wa, ìkan tẹ̀ wáyé ìyẹn máa ń jáwé gan bá ní Yorùbá ọ̀tí lè jáde nísìnyí. Bàbá náà báyìí, àwọ̀ aṣọ funfun jágbàjàgbà báyìí. Ó mọ̀ mí dáadáa. Tìbá náà ó ti dárúkọ mi lórí iṣẹ́ ẹ̀kan rí. Ó máa ń wọ fight bá àmọ̀ bí ó dà pé bàbá ẹ̀gọ́ babaláwo ni tó náà tún ṣe. Irọ́ ni gbogbo wọn, wọ́n ń tẹ̀ nǹkan lábẹ́lẹ̀ o. Báyìí kẹ́ni kankan fún yín kankan, gbogbo àwọn wòlíì yẹn pátá lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn babaláwo tó lọ ń gbà fọṣẹ tó ń gba gbogbo ẹ̀. Máa parọ́ fún anybody lórí social media, àwọn ẹ̀rẹ́ máa gbé mọ́ra. Gbogbo àwọn babaláwo tẹ lọ́nbá náà lọ sọ fún wa pé wòlíì yẹn ṣe kọjá lọ nísìnyí tó máa lò níjọ́ Sunday ó ti wá gbà tiẹ̀. Wọ́n á dẹ̀ máa fún yín pé ìṣẹ̀ṣe ò dá o, ìṣẹ̀ṣe ò dá o, ẹ fi ìṣẹ̀ṣe sílẹ̀ lọ́rùn wọn. Camouflage anybody. Àwọn wòye ara sínwín. Yorùbá ò tí lè lọ nísìn, Nàìjíríà ṣì máa da. Nàìjíríà kọ́, Nàìjíríà ni. Ango Abdullahi ọmọ Fúlàní gan sọ pé what unity? Ẹ̀mọ̀ kó ti sàn kan mẹ́ta, bloodletting. Ṣẹ́rí kò sí nǹkan tó worst tó distrust. Kí ló ń pè ní distrust? Mo kí ẹ Venture TV, good morning. Ẹ tí màá dárúkọ ẹ má fi ṣèbínú. Tá a bá sọ pé distrust, kí ni wọ́n ń pè ní distrust? Ká wà nísìn, ká sọ pé A, ọmọ Ìgbò máa ní lọ́lẹ̀ pa. That no be A, na D. Àwọn yẹn la lè fẹ́ gbé ní country kan náà, kò lè work. We would have a lot of issues with them. Ìdánpọ̀ ní distrust nìyẹn. Bí Tinubu bá náà máa ṣe kankan nísàn, àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò máa ní lọ́lẹ̀ pa. And I'm not trusted. even àwọn tọ́jọ́ ń ṣe political party wọn àwọn olè El-Rufai nísìnyí wọn àtàtìkù. I mean, how can we be fools? Ẹmọ tí Orji Uzor Kalu sọ, tẹ bá ra àwọn politician ìbọn ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ á dàbí pé kẹ́ tètè rí kíkẹ́ fọmọ́ wọn lórí kọ́kú dànù ni. Tẹ bá gbọ́n kan tí Orji Uzor Kalu sọ, màá wò bí mo lè mú átíkù yẹn jáde. Tẹ bá gbọ́n kan tó sọ. Nílẹ̀ Ìgbò nígbà tó di gọ́vnà kò rí kankan ṣe. And the moment they have become a little bit powerful, politician tó bá ti lè máa control 1 billion naira forget it. They can do anything to tell you that Nigeria will be great. ẹ jẹ́ sáré kí àwọn tó wà lórí Koiki Media because cross post amangbagbe lomi Peter Oladele mo kí ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni you structure my foot mo kí Oríyọmí Ọpẹ́yẹmí mo kí Sister Ellen lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí kọ́lọ̀ fọ́run kẹ́ ìyá Kogi tẹ́ báyìí ti gbọ́ ìyá Kogi attention chanton ti lọ́ntì ẹ̀ nìyẹn ti jáde láyé according to àwọn ará Kogi lánàá tó send message sí wa òun àti Saheed bọ̀ tó máa ríra wọn lọ́hùn báyìí àwọn ni general Dúpọ̀ ní tìrì àwọn méjèèjì àti pàdé lọ́hùn báyìí iṣẹ́ tó olúkálùkù bá ṣe ló máa jèrè ẹ̀. mo kí ẹ Peter George bàbá mi Ọlájídé Ezekiel mo fi tọ̀tọ̀ mo fi dárúkọ yín sà mo kí yín aṣáyè Bankole èèyàn ti gbowó ṣà mo kí ẹ báńkì gbọ̀n ará Ondo Gani Olóyèdè mo kí ẹ Peter Oladele what a disgraced country bẹ́ẹ̀ ni one day for the thieves one day for the owners ẹ ti sun gbogbo akàn kiri ṣẹ́rẹ́ tí kò yá àwọn olóṣèlú pọ́n rò pàwọn nìkan là ń bínú ṣẹ́rẹ́ àwọn ọlọ́pàá tẹ̀ ń gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn onímọ́tò lójoojúmọ́ tábà ti jáde fún rálì ẹ̀yìn lọ́mọ akọ́kọ́ wá lé mú Adébísí gbogbo yẹ mú kí ẹ. If you think that it's about us, no. Razak Bankole mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yìn lórí platform lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Let's go further because ká jẹ́ kó jẹ́ 3 hours so kí n wrap it up ká lè lọ sùn bí ìtẹ̀sùn màá lọ lie down màá máa ronú pé báwo la ṣe máa ṣe báyìí ọ̀nà báyìí la fi gbà so màá tún padà wá tílẹ̀ bá mọ́ bí ìtẹ̀sùn màá lọ lie down kára kọ̀ fi tó mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tajà wà lórí ètò especially ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní outside àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé ìwọ tó ń wò mí tó ń yín mú sórí mú yẹn náà ló máa yín títí títí tá a máa fi débi tá a lọ. wọ́n ní what unity we have all in various degrees suffer gbogbo àná láti suffer Hausa ti suffer Igbo ti suffer Yorùbá ti suffer Ìjọ ti suffer Plateau ti suffer Benue nothing bind us together kò sí kankan tó bind wa together nothing irọ́ ló wà ń bẹ̀ no common ancestral origin ọmọ tó ń pè ní ancestral origin ìran ọmọ aládé báwo ló ṣe fi compare pẹ̀lú Fúlàní àti Haúsá báwo ló ṣe fi compare pẹ̀lú Ìgbò ṣé èdè ni àgbọ̀ èdè wọn ọ̀gbọ̀ èdè mi kódà tó bá lọ kọ́ èdè wọn wọ́n sì máa sọ fún ẹ pé kò ń ṣọmọ ìlú ìbìkọ̀ wá mọ̀ at some point culture àṣà wa ìbọn ìyá wa Adéyẹyè ìtòlùkàrùkù bá lè máa lọ ṣe sílẹ̀ kódà bó o lówó aṣọ o lówó flag o lówó anything just go and prepare yourself that's all. má jẹ́ kójú kún ẹjọ́ àwọn leaders wa lọ ojú kún Ìgbòho náà ojú kún bàbá Akíntóyè ṣé Ìgbòho tó ti wà níta for 3 years o rò pé kóun kó padà wá lé ni ṣé lifestyle tó ń gbé ní Germany ló ń gbé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá nísìnyí lifestyle tó ń gbé ní Germany ṣé rẹ̀ náà ló ń gbé nígbà tó wà nílé ó yàtọ̀ ṣé weather la fi sọ ni yes ibẹ̀ làwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ wà ó máa ń lọ máa ń bọ̀ ni. Nothing bind us together. No common ancestral origin, language, culture, way of life. Ìmúra wa ìsóúnjẹ wa tí bá ní kọ́ lọ́ bá mi ṣe kọ́kọ́ rẹ́ nísìn tí má là bá rí á ní ìgbẹ́ ni mò ń jẹ bóun náà bá ń jẹ tó kàǹkà fi máa ní kí ló ń jẹ. Our governance, mo ní ọmọ Yorùbá ní DSS ó ní ká lọ gbébọn ká lọ defend ara wa kí ló dé káwọn tó wà mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ́ lè sọ fún wa. Ọmọ Ògùn state ni mo ti mention orúkọ ẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan kódà mo máa fi laptop mi sí sleep mi because ibi tá a bá parí sí náà láti máa pick ẹ̀ òun ni mo kọ́ sí bíbá DSS Director General ọmọ Yorùbá ní Adéọlá Olúwatósìn Àjàyí. He resumed office on August 28, 2024. He was appointed by Tinubu. Buhari ò ní appoint ọmọ Yorùbá láyé. Peter Obi ò ní appoint ọmọ Yorùbá, ọmọ Igbo ẹgbẹ́ ló máa appoint. Kò sí unity, distrust ní irọ́ ló wà níbẹ̀, irọ́ ní gbogbo Nàìjíríà. But camouflage àwọn olóṣèlú ni pé kọ́ máa gbá orí gbogbo wa, ó yá gbà síbí, ó yá kówó díẹ̀ fáwọn ilé ní bíbá ẹ̀dàrú níbẹ̀ yẹn. It's all lies. Ìtòdẹ̀ mú adọ́dọ̀ DSS ni pé a lọ sọ́dọ̀ Ọ̀ṣun state pé àwọn tí wọ́n ní wọ́n mú ní December tí jọ́ọ̀jì ní kọ́ fún wọn ní 60 days kọ́ fi ṣe investigation 60 days wọ́n ti pè. I can bet you títí di another 3 months ẹni gbọ́n kankan mọ́. Ṣé country nìyẹn? Court approved 60 days detention for Boko Haram suspect àwọn tó set up cells tẹ́ bá rántí December incident yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ but January la ṣe gbọ́. Before I go because mo fẹ́ mention ti bàbá olóyè Ìgbòho tí bàbá Akíntóyè sọ pé àwọn ti response àwọn Fúlàní tẹ́lẹ̀ ní January kó tó di pé nàìjà tó lórí burúkú tó wá sọ̀rọ̀. The war by Fulani leaders against Sunday Igboho needs to stop now, Professor Adebanjo Akintoye write. This was in January 12, 2025. Let me read it quickly. Yesterday, January 5, 2025, I witnessed a video showing an important leader, Professor Garu Gololo, ìyẹn ló kọ́kọ́ attack Igboho kó tó di pé Nàjàtù aláṣẹ́wó òun náà tó wá ṣe the same thing. Ṣùgbọ́n tí bàbá Akíntóyè wá wo fídíò mi kan lọ́wọ́ ní èwo tún ní Nàjàtù yìí mo wá níyẹn náà ṣètò sọ̀rọ̀ ni lọ́wọ́ sẹ́ndẹ̀ lè sí mi èmi tẹ̀rọ pé èmi kan tẹ̀tí gbàgbé mo wá sẹ́ndẹ̀ sáwọn ọmọ mi kọ́ blọ́ọ̀gì àwọn ọmọ mi wá láti blọ́ọ̀gì lè bàbá ní January so mo wá repost again so kákọ̀sáré kan briefly torí táìmù àti lọ kálí lọ sùn. Prophet Garuz Gololo screaming a fierce message against Chief Sunday Igboho, a prominent leader of the Yoruba self-determination struggle. Professor Gololo was like many other Fulani, like Najatu, Alashewo, and many of them like that, àti Shetan of Sokoto, pẹ̀lú àwọn ọba wa tó ń gbàbọ̀dẹ̀ fún wa against Igboho. Before him, striving might and main to paint Chief Sunday Igboho as a criminal whom the federal government should arrest and detain. Professor Gololo attack on Sunday Igboho were so harsh and so lacking in truth that I have decided to make the truth available to him. Ibi tá a ti ní the pen ni bàbá nìyẹn. Àwọn ò kàwé tó bàbá. Táwa bá ti ń ṣe gbìgìrì gbàgàlà. A ní di bàbá kó máa bá wa fi pen kó máa fi bá wa destroy ayé wọn. Káwa máa fi media káwa máa fi bàtà ayé wọn jẹ́ gbogbo àwa media. But a ní di bàbá káwa máa fi pen torí pé the pen tó bàbá bá kọ̀rọ̀ síta báyìí irú ìtọ́kọ̀ fún Tinubu yẹn páká. So bàbá láti sọ fún Gololo àtàwọn Fúlàní tó kù pé olóyè ò kì í ṣe criminal. This was January ni bàbá respond padà sí. So a kí bàbá yẹn dáadáa and that's why I said let's give bàbá the final prep to complete and come out and talk to us. Kò ń ṣe pé ká máa ní yes yes I said it's me. I have not said it's not me. But I follow what our leaders say. So our leaders is who we are following. Àbẹ́lómi wà tẹ́ ń tẹ́lẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá ti lẹ́lómi tẹ́ ń tẹ́lẹ̀ fine. Èmi ò lẹ́lómi tẹ́ mi tẹ́lẹ̀. Èmi ò tí lẹ́lómi tẹ́ mi tẹ́lẹ̀ o. Èmi ò tẹ̀lé Dúpẹ́ Onítìrì. Mo ò tẹ̀lé Tinubu. Mo ò ní ọlọ́ọ̀dẹ ní jẹ́ ń tẹ̀lé gbogbo àwọn governors nítorí lórí burúkú ayé àtọ̀run ni gbogbo wọn látòkè délẹ̀. I have nothing to say more than that. Bàbá Akíntóyè àti Ìgbòho àti YSDM àti gbogbo àwọn groups but leader wa tó jẹ́ leader movement òun ni bàbá Akíntóyè and is the one that will tell us tó bá wá ní o lè dúró fún bàbá Akíntóyè kó jáde ẹbí akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ra yín kò ń ṣe mi mò ń sọ ìyẹn lè máa ṣe fúnra yín o we must wait for bàbá Akíntóyè to forge ahead. Just to quickly wrap it up, because I need 10 minutes. Emagbagbe support wa is very, very important. Òun lè gbọ́ ní sẹ́ a máa sanwó fún accountant £400 ni máa san fún accountant ni dómo sanwó fún tán délé bẹ́ẹ̀ máa san díẹ̀ díẹ̀ ni. The British took hold of the lower reach of River Niger and Benue and Appellate, call it Nigeria, Jamboko Moke South Africa, and the French likewise. The dry upper reaches of the River Niger was called Niger. Àwọn French àwọn gba Niger, British gba ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa. The name Nigeria was used as the name Nigeria was first used. Pé wọ́n máa kọ́kọ́ lo Nigeria kò ń ṣe inú Nigeria gangan ló ti lò. Can you imagine? It was first used and published in an article in the Times of London on the 8th of January 1897 by Flora Shaw, the girlfriend of Frederick Lodard, Alashewe. The name came in handy as this was towards the close of diplomatic battle between Britain and France over the claim of territory in West Africa. Ìyẹn ni wọ́n fi lọ pè ní Berlin Conference 1884. Kí ló ń pè ní Berlin Conference? Olúkálùkù jẹ́ tiẹ̀, ó yá France gba tiẹ̀. Ìyẹn ni gbogbo wàhálà tá à ń gbọ́ nísìn tí àwọn Mali àti Burkina Faso àti Niger tó ní àwọn ṣe pẹ̀lú France mọ́. But nísìn Tinubu nísìn òun náà ti gba power nísìn òun sì sọ pé ká ṣì wà ní Nàìjíríà òun fẹ́ máa ṣe 2025 àti 2027 kí wọ́n máa irọ́ náà ló wà ń bẹ̀. Thus, the injurious creation of the protectorate. Don't pè ní protectorate. Before 1914, olúkálùkù ló ní kingdom tó ń pè ní Yoruba kingdom, Hausa kingdom. Kò tẹ̀sí Hausa kingdom mọ́ anyway because wọ́n ti expatriate àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ti pa wọ́n dànù ní 1806. But nígbà tó wọ́n súnmọ́ di pé àwọn north lose owó wọn owó gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nìkan ló rówó. Lugard wá send message padà sí England pé òun máa join wọn together. Àjẹrí power tó ń lò níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn. Ẹ ṣe gan ni bàbá mi lẹ́kìtì. Power tó ń lò níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn a ní 9 minutes. Kí o gbálẹ̀ lọ fẹ̀gbẹ́ lélẹ̀ bá tẹ̀sùn. Torí àṣùbà náà ti fẹ́ dé ní sẹ́wọ́n tá a bá fáì bá lónìí sáwọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pé aláàpá làápá. Power tó ní níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kó tó rí rẹ̀ lò lọ́dọ̀ wa mọ́. The power was too much. Wọ́n kọ̀ pé telegram dẹ̀ lọ́ máa ń lò níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn because send the message by ship. Pé òun máa join ní gbogbo wọn papọ̀ wọ́n tẹ́ ẹ̀ rò wọ́n tẹ́ ẹ̀ gbé yẹ̀wò pé ok àwọn tẹ́ fẹ́ join papọ̀ yìí ṣèbó ní ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni wọ́n elédè kan náà kan ni wọ́n ló dá kó join wọn ibi tá a fi dé Nàìjíríà nìyẹn o. Now àwọn kan wá ní ìwẹ̀ since tá a ti wà Nàìjíríà yẹn ẹ ká máa manage lọ ká wá unity bò kò sí unity ká wá culture wa yàtọ̀ ká wá tradition ó yàtọ̀ síra wa tó bá ń ṣe gúngún festival nísìn àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò máa nínú èrè ṣòro àwọn fẹ́ lọ tajà but tó bá yẹ pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wa ní olúkálùkù máa respect ta fẹ́ ṣe a lè lo èdè wa ní school torí àwọn tó jẹ́ ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ míì àwọn sọ fún wa pé àwọn ò lè bá ẹni sùnùnù báwo làwọn Haúsá yẹn ṣe ń pass ní north pẹ̀lú English gbogbo àwọn exam tó máa ń ṣe yẹn because computer based ni ṣé àwọn tó gbọ́ English wọ́n ti yí ọwọ́ padà lọ́hùn yẹn abájọ tí cut off mark wọ́n ṣe lò ẹlòmíà gba 248 wá ní kò lè ṣe lọ whereas ọmọ Hausa tó gba 100 cut off mark wá ní kó wá ṣe lọ ní Unilag. Nigeria is a fraud. Tètè mọ̀ ní mo kí ẹ Bishop Adesina. Ango Abdullahi wá ní we will all be better off dissolve kí ló ń pè ní dissolve tó bá bu sugar tó bá fẹ́ ṣe ṣu ẹlòmíì máa ń fi sugar ti yọ̀ díẹ̀ sí tó bá ra bù sí díẹ̀ báyìí tó bá wọnú inú kókó ọbẹ̀ tó fi ń ṣe kinní yẹn ò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ tó bá ẹ̀yin yàrá tẹ bá ń ṣe iyọ̀ ọ̀dà púpọ̀ iyọ̀ díẹ̀ nínú oúnjẹ torí kò dáa bò kò sí bá ṣe fẹ́ ṣe oúnjẹ tá a fẹ́ fi yọ̀ sí àfi tá a bá ń gbà wẹ̀ white àbí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn tẹ bá ń ṣe ọbẹ̀ yẹn lọ tẹ bá fi yọ̀ sí ẹ wá iyọ̀ yẹn jáde ẹ ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀ the only way tẹ́ tún lè fi extract iyọ̀ yẹn ó sì tún wà but ẹ máa láti dissolve àwọn kankan kúrò lára omi ọbẹ̀ yẹn, but ẹ̀yin ò lè ṣe mọ́ because ó ti lọ in a scientific way. Wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ gbé dé lab wọ́n máa wá ní òkè omi ọbẹ̀ yìí a fi yọ iyọ̀ tó wà lára rẹ̀, wọ́n máa yọ o, torí pé tá sick ní anywhere in the world, even in Nigeria, ìgbẹ́ tá à ń yà yẹn, ìgbẹ́ tá à ń yà ní tọ́ílẹ̀tì yẹn, ó lè detect many things tó ń ṣe wá lára, bọ̀ wọ́n máa kọ́kọ́ lọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n máa ní kọ́ lọ yàgbẹ́ kékeré kó mú wá àbí kó lọ tọ̀, wà á gbé sínú mic. Iṣẹ́ táwọn kan ṣe nìyẹn, kò sí ọ̀rọ̀ orúkọ lélẹ̀, ara iṣẹ́ tá a máa ṣe náà nìyẹn, tá a máa ní láàbù oríṣiríṣi, tá a máa ṣe research, wà á gbé sínú magnifier, wọ́n máa wò ó, wọ́n máa yọ ìtọ́ fi yọ ń bẹ̀ ẹnu kì í ilé ló jẹ, wà á lè fi detect àìsàn tó ń ṣe wá. Àìsàn wo ló ń ṣe wá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá Nàìjíríà ni kọ́ dissolve ẹ̀, wọ́n ní ká má dissolve ẹ̀, ó yá lẹ plaster mọ́, ibo ló máa lẹ plaster mọ́, lẹ láti Kwara kó dékìtì ẹ̀, ó yá foundation tó ti wó, tó ti bàjẹ́, tó ti destroy. Ango Abdullahi ọmọ Fúlàní wá sọ fún wa pé we our indigenous people, ẹ̀yin ọba, ẹ̀yin olóyè, ẹ̀yin olóyè, ẹ̀yin ọ̀jẹ̀yè, ẹ̀yin ọkọ̀ tó èlú, ọ̀yin ọkọ̀ya, òrìṣàdé ọkọ̀ya, ó dàbí bèbí wáín bèbí hook your thing, bèbí hook your thing, má ṣe níbẹ̀. Mo rí DJ Copy náà, ọmọ Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá, níbo ni bàbá ẹ̀ ti lówó? Níbo ni bàbá ẹ̀ ti rí owó? Àwa mọ̀ Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá ní Sùúrùlérè, níbo ni bàbá ẹ̀ ti rówó? One bastard, ẹ̀yin olè, ẹ̀yin 419. Àwọn lọ sí posted, orí ẹni tó máa lọ sí posted, I love you, can I send my bank account? Èmi àwọn táwọn London ṣe máa na fi send bank account sí DJ Copy. A lè send bank account sí because ìyà ọ̀jẹ̀ wá ní London, a lè má lówó tó lóòótọ́, but our comfortable. Àwọn ọmọ mi ò lè lọ sábẹ̀, ó lè admire, yes, mo wọ̀ lè lọ sábẹ̀, ẹ̀yin lẹ máa lọ sábẹ̀, lẹ máa fi OP account ń sábẹ̀, bless me o, ẹ lọ sábẹ̀ Obi Cubana, Obi o, ṣé bọ́ ṣe báwọn ará London ṣe no. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé, ìjọ ò lẹ́yìn rí yàtọ̀ sáwà tá à ń tọrọ owó báyìí o, ìjọ ò lẹ́yìn rí àwọn èèyàn kan post account wọn sórí social media yàtọ̀ sí Koiki o, mọ̀ báwa iṣẹ́ táwa gbà ní ká máa tọrọ owó. Díjọ́ wo ni wọlé ní bọ́ọ̀dì ní diaspora America tó wá ń ṣe program tó wá ní ẹ̀fà àkáǹtì síta o, kó ara ọmọ America tó máa jọ àkáǹtì síta ìgbàgà. Nàìjíríà yẹn nìkan náà ni ìgbófò mú kí ẹ sọ́nkì. So on that note, we will all be better off dissolved, so that each Yoruba, Hausa, indigenous people, Igbo, Biafra, Oduduwa, àwọn kan ní àṣẹ Yorùbá ní ìṣọ̀mọ́ Oduduwa ni wá tẹ̀sí kúrò ní Nàìjíríà lẹ́tí sọ̀yìn, ẹ má ẹ̀ka fúnra wa ní edic. We will work within their new countries. Kí ló dé tó fẹ́ new country nù? Kò ní pẹ́ kó tó fi develop wàláìtàlá ìsúnmọ́ bí láìláìsílá hùwà. Kò ní pẹ́. We are all still young. Èmi ò tí pé 50. So tabapa country àjọ àṣà ọmọlúkà, a máa náwó ẹ̀, a máa gbádùn ẹ̀, a tún máa bímọ sí gánṣẹ́. O fẹ́ yẹn ọmọ àlè. Nàìjíríà tán pààyàn tán mú jẹmújẹ yẹn ló fẹ́. We will work within their new countries. Biafra ní country tiẹ̀, àṣì ní cordial relationship, àjọ ní embassy, àní ló náírà òfò náírà tó ti depreciate. Mo kí bàbá mi wà rí ìṣìnà dùn. Àwọn tí fi máa gbéra lẹ́yìn tẹ̀sẹ̀ ń wọlé, àwọn ti wà lórí ètò. So wá ní let us call for dissolution through referendum. Tinubu nísìn, tá a bá gbéra nísìn, plan ẹ̀ ló lè fi ṣe ní ó lè ní ẹ má wọrí ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá o, máa fún yín ní referendum ní second term. Tẹ bá believe ẹ̀ Jagaban irọ́ ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣé mọ̀ pé ní Kútọ́nù wọ́n sì ná coins, mo rí rú ẹ̀rí. Kódà wọ́n tẹ̀ cherish coins wọn ju nọ́ọ̀tì lọ. Tó bá fún wọn nọ́ọ̀tì báyìí á ní mí ní change mí kọ̀. Mo máa wonder pé kí ni coins ti ń ṣe fẹ́yìn, because ó sì ní value lọ́dọ̀ tiwọn. A new baby will only be given the real name when the baby is born, not when the mother's womb. So tabade máa bí ọmọ tuntun, ẹ̀jẹ̀ máa ta sílẹ̀ o, ẹ̀jẹ̀ àlàáfíà ni o, ẹ̀jẹ̀ àlùbáríkà ni o, a máa délẹ̀ lérí o, but we must all remain firm. Allahu Akbar bá tẹ̀ kírun àti gbọ́rùn. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí, mo kí bàbá mi Ògúndáre, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin àfà, ẹ̀yin babaláwo, mo kí ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Bí gbogbo a ṣe ń sọ pé may we wait patiently for Baba Akintoye. He has the final say. Is the intelligentsia. Ó dàgbà ju gbogbo wa lọ. Ó ní kò sí ìmọ̀ kankan tó fi gbé wá kankan gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìmọ̀ wo ló fi gbé wá. Mo láì díà àwọn kan tẹ̀ máa ń rẹ́rìn táwọn kan máa ní ọgbọ́n ọmọ kékeré mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọgbọ́n ọlọ́gbọ́n náà la fi ń ṣe ọgbọ́n. Bọ̀ bàbá wa ní ọgbọ́n, ó ní ìmọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kó wọn àti olóyè àtàwọn tíìmù wọn tó ń mú bá a ṣe máa múra sílẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ kó design ẹ̀ níwọ̀n bá tó ṣì kù kó wá sọ fún wa pé ó ti tó àsìkò tó ilé tó lọ. That is the words of encouragement that I can give us. But like I said, I have a little bit of what is happening. All that's happening is we are still good to go and everything is fine. Yoruba will exit. That's what I mean. We are good to go. Ìwọ tó ní kò ní bọ́ sí kò ń ṣe dandan jókòó sínú ilé ìyàwó ẹ̀ kó máa ó rọ́bẹ̀ jẹ́. Wọ́n send the video ṣáwá sí látẹ̀kọ́ lánàá. Mo rán wọn ní ṣáwá ìyá wa 1,000 naira ní ṣáwá, gbogbo ṣáwá yẹn ò jù báyìí lọ. Wọ́n ní kọ́ ra 12. That's 12,000 naira. Ṣáwá 1,000 naira. Àdẹ̀rà lómi ní Ondo State. Kí wá láǹfààní omi yẹn? Àkọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ tètè kúrò ká lè feed ara wa properly, ká lè wà robust, kára wa lè dán. Ṣé ní gbogbo ẹni tí ẹ̀kẹ́ yín ti pa kó báyìí á jáde ní kíákíá tó bá ń jẹ nutrient food, tó ń gbádùn, tó ń mu mango, tó ń mu ọsàn, tó dẹ̀ yàgbẹ́, tó ń mu omi tó dáa, tó ń ṣe pure water, tó mọ̀ bí tó ti ṣe tó ń rọ lẹ́yìn ilé wọn. Mo rí bí tó ti ń rọ bottle water. Ṣé tẹ̀lé àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò yẹn ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀ka àwọn yẹn pa gbogbo àtọ́ndélẹ̀ pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó ń ṣe ní fake. Àwa wí tán very dark man ló ń defend wọn pé wọ́n close gbogbo ṣọ́ọ̀pù wọn. Tàbá gba country wa àwa máa protect ẹ̀yin. Ò ní kúkú ọ̀wọ̀ọ̀wọ̀. Mo kí àwa Rukayat Ọmọwùmí. And on that note, I gotta go now. A padà wá before 12 bí ìtẹ̀rọ oorun sùn ẹ̀jẹ̀ lọ́kọ̀ lie down sórí bed ká tún máa wo bó ṣe ń lọ. Àdúrà wa gbà ọ́. Èmi náà ní àbúrò yín, olólùfẹ́ yín, the last man standing, Ọláyọmí Kóìkì, tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Kóìkì Media. Mo ní àwọn ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú àwọn ń gbọ́ àkíngbà, àwọn Èkìtì àwọn náà kì í gbọ́wọ̀ kì í gbà, Oǹdó kì í gbọ́ kì í gbà, gbogbo wa náà là ní gbọ́ ànígbà. A máa délẹ̀ lórí o, but we must remain adamant and focused. Focus mi pé má jẹ́ kẹ́ni kankan fún ẹ ní nǹkan tó máa sọ fún ẹ pé kò lè bọ́ sí irọ́ ló ń pa. Àwọn èèyàn níbi tó ń lọ àwa la máa kó wọn délẹ̀ lérí torí orí wọn ti dọ́ta pátápátá. Yorùbá nation, no retreat, no surrender. Good night. Mo kẹ́yìn tẹ̀mí lórí mísẹ́lá Yorùbá freedom brother mi mo kí ẹ àkópalẹ̀mọ́ Adébáwá Láyọ̀. Bye for now.